With the change of seasons, today's Pro in Shelby is having a sale, a clearance sale on the remaining name brand gas logs. Some are slightly used and some brand new, but they all come with a manufacturer's warranty. Also, displays are on sale as well. Come in and save and get ready for pool season. Today's Pro has all your pool supplies, and yes, they do water testing too. That's Today's Pro, 1325 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Call 704-600-8393. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Like them on Facebook, too.
Start your engine! Truex is battling for the race lead. He gets a little bit loose.
Almirola gets a shove, and Kyle Larson got way out of shape on that start.
Almirola gets loose. He's out of shape. He'll hit the outside wall. I don't know if a tire went down. Something amiss in Eric Almirola's car. We got a car. Hit the wall. It is the number 20, Christopher Bell.
It's the USA Today 301 from New Hampshire. Sunday, June 23rd at 1:30.
On Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, and online at kdcbroadcasting.com. Grizzly the Greeter says come on in now to Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville and save during the late spring sale on Heritage Greenhouses. Take 10% off standard size new orders and on the lot inventory. And take 5% off 5x8 sizes. Also this month, take 20% off all buildings priced under $10,000 and take 25% off all buildings priced over $10,000. Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from Ace Hardware. Online at blessedbuildings-tinyhomes.com. Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville offers various mortgage options to fit your goals and budget with a dedicated mortgage loan officer to help guide you through the process. Contact Carolina Federal Credit Union today at 704-435-0186. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville can help you. Learn more at carolinafcu.org. or visit their office at 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville. Carolina Federal Credit Union, an equal housing lender.
Drive it, own it, afford it. For only $2.99 a month at James River Equipment Company in Shelby. It's multiple choice. Take your pick from a John Deere 3032E tractor with a loader package. With 32 horsepower, it's perfect for loader work, mowing, leveling, digging, grading, and more. For just $2.99 a month. Or John Deere 1025R tractor with loader and backhoe. You spend more time working and less time switching equipment. Also $2.99 a month. For details, see James River Equipment Company, 703 North Post Road, Highway 180 North, Shelby.
reason the people aren't here.
Saturdays, JP.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Good morning, JP.
Good morning.
Breakfast brought to you by McDonald's of Cherryville. What are you having there, JP?
I got a sausage and cheese biscuits.
Sausage and cheese biscuit. I got egg and cheese. Tom, what'd you have this morning?
I had a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Thank you very much.
I also got a strawberry banana smoothie. Terry, what you working on over there this morning?
Steak, egg, and cheese.
Steak, egg, and cheese. That looks awful hearty over there, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Awful thick.
It's pretty good.
Like them San Antonio women that Barkley talks
Like the
about.
Boston
over there, I think.
Celtics. That's right.
Celtics are the champions again. We'll talk NBA here in just a little bit. We've got U.S. Open Championship review as well. NASCAR preview this week. American Legion schedules. NFL coming up pretty soon. And the NBA draft is also this week. We'll preview that a little bit as well. Major League Baseball.
Royals falling back fast.
Is that where we're going with those? Is the Royals?
We're still in the playoffs, Tom. All you got to do is make it.
That is true. That is
Twins
true.
are only a half game ahead of the Twins.
You know, any league that has ghost runners today, you just got to make it, right?
That's right. All you got to do is make it.
Jeez. You know, there's some people that like that. I don't know if Tom does or not. He probably
Well,
does. He probably does.
I will
on
say
him.
this: when you've already been out there 3 hours and you're trying to get the game over with,
Oh,
I don't
gosh.
mind that ghost runner out there. In the leagues we do, you're probably right, Kevin. In Major League, I
This
think
is
it's
Major
more,
League Baseball.
it's more suitable for the recreational leagues.
And what's back here's what they're doing. Also, like I said, with the RBIs and the run score number, like you can look at the RBI list and say that's the best hitters who've ever lived. And then now these guys are getting they said, well, RBIs don't count because they got this war argument that they want to do that isn't really factored into it. But stolen bases and walks are more important than that, as opposed to RBI guys. So now they've got that argument for them. Hey, this is what we're going to do, and the RBIs don't mean anything. So we're just giving free RBIs to everybody now. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. All right, we'll start NASCAR here for our race fans here on WCSL 92.9 FM. Terry, I found your car. Street legal Monte Carlo 2036 grand. Dale Earnhardt, Budweiser.
How about that?
Paint scheme and all. You got the Eagle tires on it, Terry. Goodbye. Need to know the
Well-
mileage, or you don't care?
They don't have tires for life, so I'd have a hard time buying it.
My thing was, Terry, would you, if they offered straight up trade, and they get the tire deal, would you trade your truck for this?
No.
I can't
You're
believe
stupid,
it.
Terry.
I can't believe it.
Terry,
Terry.
that's stupid.
No.
That's just stupid. Terry.
I didn't know what he would say. I thought he would. I don't think he'd give up the truck, but that's what I'm saying, Terry. At your age, do you still use the truck for that much for doing work and duty that you can't just drive around in a Dale Earnhardt Budweiser 8 car?
I'd have to daggum crawl in the window.
I don't know. That's why.
I mean, come
I don't
on.
know. It might open. I don't know.
I mean, do I want to
It
do
says-
that every day?
It says street legal.
Yeah.
Does that not mean door
I don't
opens?
see it. I don't see no handle.
Well, I don't have it zoomed in, but I can't. I don't know. It just says street legal.
I mean, can you imagine if it's pouring rain and you got to crawl out a window to get out, or do you crawl in a window to get in? Come on.
Well, Bubba and Luke Duke didn't have a problem with it, Terry. I would put it that way. Uncle Jesse,
but
Uncle
there's
Jesse could get in that thing.
Oh, well, I don't know. Uncle Jesse would have said, I do not know about this.
I'm pretty sure there's video evidence of Uncle Jesse getting in the Dukes of Hazzard somewhere, and of course, Daisy had zero problems with it, Terry. So
Yeah, she had zero. It wasn't no problem.
all right, well, I thought Terry might want a Dale Jr. car this week. So did you watch the race this past weekend, Terry? Did you have time to check it out?
I did.
And your thoughts on it? Oh, we did have fun this morning. That's awesome.
You want to know?
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to know.
When Kyle Busch was eliminated and he was out of the race, I turned it.
He eliminated.
Yeah.
Were
had
you
a
ready?
a DNF.
He had a DNF, Terry. Tom, he didn't make it to the end.
He didn't make it.
Didn't make
That's
it.
it. Second time this year.
Was it back-to-back races too, or was it
No,
one
two of the
between
last
there?
three.
Okay, I couldn't remember. There'll be a New Hampshire this weekend, but of course, real quick, Iowa. Ryan Blaney wins. Byron second. Elliott third, Bell fourth, Stenhouse fifth. So did you like the race in Iowa? They're talking about having it again next year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it because they'd go 3 or 4 wide there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty neat little race.
Now, how many? Do you remember what they said? It slipped my mind how far that track was. Or
Oh, God, Kevin, I want to say 350.
It wasn't a full. No, not miles. I mean, like, how big's the track? It's less than a mile, over a mile.
Wasn't it a mile?
That's what I was asking.
I think it was a mile.
Okay, that's what I couldn't remember exactly what they had said. So anyway, Blaney wins that. Let's look at the standings real quick.
Kyle Busch is probably outside.
Chase Elliott is in first. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Byron, Truex, Reddick, Blaney, Bell, Keselowski, Chastain, Gibbs, and Bowman are your top 12. How many make it? Is it 16 now?
16.
Good grief, everybody makes it. This is just getting insane. Busher, Wallace, Logano. Kyle Busch is 16th right now, Terry. 13 points ahead of Chase Briscoe. Briscoe, news about him, with Stuart Haas closing down and some charters moving around to different owners and stuff. I think Christopher Bell let slip that a guy named Chase was going to be driving the 19 car, and everybody was joking about Chase Elliott, knowing it's dang well not Chase Elliott leaving Hendricks in the 9. So it looks like Chase Briscoe, Terry, might be moving to the 19 car.
And that'd be good for him, I think, overall. I think he's a decent driver.
Mm-hmm.
Is he Martin Truex? No, he's not him, but he's up and coming.
All right, so he's taking Truex's place in the 19. Truex is at 5th, and in the standings, of course, Truex announcing this week that he will be retiring full-time. He's going to race a part-time schedule like Jimmy Johnson does
Truex?
next year. Yes. Wow. He's not junior no more, Tom. He's probably like the 4th or 5th.
Wow.
All right, so Elliott is in first, Larson second, then Denny Hamlin and William Byron. Let's go over to the New Hampshire schedule for this week. Today, Saturday, practice and qualifying begin at 12:30 for the NASCAR Cup Series. The Xfinity Series today, 3:30 p.m. For that. Tomorrow's race here or races here on WCSL. NASCAR, the USA Today 301 is at 2:30 p.m. from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Terry, what do you know about New Hampshire?
Well, I think this is a track also that they have trouble with their brakes and their tires, but a lot of them like get into rough stuff and hit the wall at New Hampshire on account of the turns. But Busch has been okay here. He's also daggum had got things where he's been eliminated awful quick also. So, it all depends on what Kyle Busch wants to do. Ain't that right, Tom?
Well, Kyle Busch, we all know, is a racing god.
Well,
So
Terry, if you were betting and had to guess who the favorite to win this race was,
Probably Denny Hamlin.
Denny is third.
Okay.
Favorite to win this race. It's a weird one. I don't think you'd ever guess it, to be honest. Truex is second, but the favorite looking like to win the race right now, Christopher Bell.
Oh, okay.
Is the favorite to win this race. Byron's is seventh, so it's Bell, Truex, Hamlin, Larson, Blaney, Logano, Byron, Elliott, Keselowski, and Reddick are your top 10 favorites to win the race in New Hampshire. So, yeah, that's the only ones that listed. So I didn't see Kyle Busch's. Let's see. I wanted to play this. I saved it. I guess it's playable, but let's see what AJ Allmendinger had to say about the race here.
Tara, look at that later. Make sure it's okay.
This is AJ. He got hurt a little bit, Terry, and Tara is his wife. Okay, I just want to put it that way. You ready? This is AJ Allmendinger after the race and the interview yesterday, Sunday.
Okay to race tomorrow? Yeah. I just had the wind knocked out of me. My crotch belt tugged pretty hard, so I'll have Tara look at that later, make sure it's okay, and then we'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Okay.
AJ Allmendinger letting you know that he got a little tight down there on the race, Terry, and he's going to have someone have his wife check it out. All right. Is this the luckiest guy you've ever seen at the racetrack? For you folks wondering what I'm talking about on the radio, of course you can't see, but we do the show live on YouTube as well. If you can't watch it live, you can always go back and watch the replays on YouTube. Go to KDC Broadcasting, type in Shock Joxx. That's the show that you listen to right now. This is not NASCAR. This is from Europe somewhere, and you know, sometimes the photographers get pretty close. I think this is the closest I've ever seen. Let's see what you guys think about this. I'm not gonna have any.
Oh, Mo. Whoa, dude.
All right, did we catch it?
Look at that.
That guy almost got killed.
Yes. So we're going to go back in slow motion this wreck. So for the folks on the radio, car goes airborne into a concrete barrier in which a photographer is standing behind. It's got a catch fence too. Now he's on the far left corner of the catch fence and barrier. Now the car knocks over the catch fence and barrier, flips over the man standing there, who does not get hit. It doesn't look by anything. He missed he was behind the barrier at some point, Terry, and the car knocked the barrier to its left and missed him, and then the car went over his head.
This dude was in the right spot at the right time.
If he's a foot right, he's hit there. If he's a foot left, he's hit the other way.
The barrier falls on him.
Yeah.
How about that?
No helmet on, no nothing. Calls in, bear down. I don't know if he caught
Oh, there's no way he sees all that coming that quick, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I'm okay."
All he did was turn his back with his umbrella. It's not a photographer; it's a flag official.
He's not dead.
No lie.
He won't be standing there next time.
Yeah, he didn't even act like anything happened.
He probably still don't know what happened.
There's no way that he'd even
that
know.
dude's going
That's
150 miles per hour, 100, probably 100 through the turns.
Where is that?
I have no idea. There's a Coca-Cola there. They're crazy, isn't it, there?
A cat with 9 lives.
Or at least 2.
That's right.
It doesn't say where it's from, but I thought y'all would like that. So that was as close as it could get. All right, Terry, you got any picks on that? You got Kyle Busch Sunday?
Yeah, Kyle Busch.
All right, Tom, any of those
Larson
that I mentioned earlier?
Oh, Larson.
Kyle Larson. All right, I got to save that for later. All right, JP, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk Major League Baseball, MLB, NFL.
Are you tired of all the TV commercials with Joe, JJ, and Martha talking about senior health care options in our area? If you would like to deal with a local agent with over 20 years experience servicing this community, please give Ty Penhall a call to discuss the many plan benefits available in our area. Whether it's a supplement, advantage, or drug plan you're interested in, they have all the options available. There is never a fee, and in-home appointments are available. Just call Ty at 704-489-6970. Again, 704-489-6970.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. Hey, we've got a phone number you need to write down. It's 704-898-3163. Again, 704-898-3163. That's the phone number for Minuteman Mechanical, Cherryble's heating and cooling experts. Veteran owned and operated by Grant Cliff. They feature quality craftsmanship with honest pricing. Keep warm in the winter and cool in the summer with one call. That's Minuteman Mechanical, 704-898-3163. Call for a free estimate today, online at MinutemanMechanical.com, and like them on Facebook too.
Make this the summer of Dodge at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincolnton. Lease a new 2024 Dodge Hornet RT for $427 per month for 24 months. $39.99 due at signing. No security deposit required. Lease payment term is factored in. A $6,500 EV incentive provided by the lender. Come in for all the details. Make this the summer of Dodge at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street in Lincolnton.
Just in Time Plumbing, a leading residential and commercial company, has served Cleveland and Gaston counties for 10 years and has won Cleveland County's best for several years. Their 24-hour emergency service can handle all your plumbing emergencies, clogged drains, sewer inspections with cameras, septic tanks, jetter services, and more. And they do testing and water filtration. Just in Time Plumbing, on time, on budget, 24/7. Call 704-600-8350 or go to justintimeplumbing.net. Just in Time Plumbing every time, 107 South City Street, Kings Mountain. Thinking about buying or selling land in Western North Carolina? Specializing in hunting land, farmland, and country homes, Whitetail Properties land specialists Chip Camp and Chris Weaver are ready to help. Visit whitetailproperties.com for more information or give Chip a call at 704-473-3833 or Chris at 704-692-6185. Visit the new office at 4811 Falston Road in Falston. Hunting land, farmland, and country homes is their specialty. Call today.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang, or Kevin and his crew, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
She was tied for second.
So, Terry, I'll let you choose. You want golf, Major League Baseball, NFL, or NBA?
Let's go. Let's do Major League Baseball next.
Oh, you don't want to gloat yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right, we'll go baseball. We'll start off with some. I got quite a few tweets to go through on the baseball stuff. Some interesting facts and news and notes. First of all, is this one of the coolest, or I don't know I don't know what the word described. Figure out what you guys think. Craziest, sometimes you get hit on purpose and you think you do, and you might think the catcher has something to do with it, Terry. And this is what happens. Boom.
What the world? Man, you taking a bat to me. I'm beating the crap out of you.
Wow.
You got that.
So,
like, what are you doing?
He got hit in the hip and just turned and starts whacking the catcher like Sting in the WCW.
I don't blame him.
And they go back and forth. But you ever seen that? You ever seen the one where the guy kicked the catcher in the chest, the karate kick one? I thought that was a good one. Knocked him straight back.
What league was that?
I'm not sure. I can't read can't read it.
You can tell he's not trying to hit him hard with it.
I don't care. I could care less. Somebody takes a bat and starts swinging at me, and I don't have one in my hand.
Weird. Yeah.
Let's see. That's Celtics.
I mean, all I got is a daggum glove.
Hey, here's an interesting stat. The last 16 position players in Major League Baseball to pitch in an MLB game have allowed a run. None of the last 16 pitchers, have allowed a run in baseball, Terry. Non-pitchers. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
None of the last 16 position players to pitch in an MLB game have allowed a run. And I'm totally serious. Says Codified Baseball statisticians. Them knuckleballs work, don't they? Let's see. Next up on the baseball notes, there's the NC State note, Terry. We'll have to talk about it in a little bit. JP, I do have a tennis thing for you here in just a little bit. We'll get to it. Well, sometimes, Terry, you praise your locals and how they're doing, and sometimes it just doesn't work out for you. Cardinals right fielder not known for his defense. Alex Burleson. Did you see this highlight, Terry?
No, I did not.
Burley here. Oh, bottom of the ninth. This is for the win. We'll just let the announcers take care of this one. Well, I gotta hit the button for you guys to hear it.
Right field, base hit. Burleson bobbles it. Anderson's coming home, and the Marlins walk it off again.
So I don't know if you noticed it.
Right
We
field.
missed the ball.
Base
So
hit.
apparently bobbled it.
Burleson bobbles
Then he
it.
picks it up, and then he does the old
Then he
little
does
league
it.
throw it behind his head. So the double, the bobble, the throw behind the head, and the other team wins. That's Cardinals baseball. By the way, that's the Marlins who have just owned us this year, who's absolutely awful. So,
But y'all in second place.
we are.
That's what I'm saying. You're in
League,
second.
National League is so bad. God, it's so bad. Oh goodness. There's those, and that's it for that. So, Terry, y'all give me an update on that American League Central real quick. Well, I know not real quick from you two, but Guardians keep on winning.
They do win.
Royals right behind them in the standing still, or is
Yeah, we're in second,
so y'all are 7 games back,
and Minnesota's 7.5.
So Minnesota is creeping on up there. They're in the American League. Yankees in first, half a game over Baltimore. Red Sox 10 games back, but they're 4 games over 500. Out west, the only team over 500 is the Mariners.
That's who's closing in on us, Boston. They moved within a game of the wild card now.
There are 7 teams over 500 in the American League. Tommy, y'all gonna run away with that, or is Minnesota gonna make a run? Or
as a Cleveland fan, I keep waiting for the collapse, but it just hadn't happened yet. A young pitching staff is holding up. They got Quan back; he's playing well. And, you could always count on Ramirez. And
BB back.
What's that?
BB back.
No, Bieber's not. No, they got BB and Bieber.
Yeah, BB. That's it.
Yeah, but when Bieber went down for the year, I was like, okay, that's it. Maybe we'll be 500. They played well. They played well. Like I said, when you got a young pitching staff that's just pitching above their head, win a lot of games. I guess they just don't know enough to be nervous, do they, Terry? They just go out there and play.
It's one of them things every time I'm watching and I see, and y'all are always playing in front of us. That's the worst thing I hate, because you'll look on there and they won. I'll be like, dang, come, we got to win again. Yeah. And we, with our stretch here lately, we haven't been winning, and we're struggling a little bit, which you're going to have that throughout the year in baseball. You're going to win a bunch of games, then you're going to lose some. We just need to get this turned around where we win like about 8 out of 10 coming up to try to at least close it back down to about 4 or 3.
When do they do the All-Star break? That's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, in about the middle of July now.
Middle of July.
I know we got y'all coming up in a couple, I think about 2 rounds maybe, when we got Cleveland again for a 4-game set.
Yeah, if we can just, at that point, once you get 5-6 games up on somebody, if you split, you're good.
That's
split,
it.
Yeah, just split, especially on the road. If you can split on the road, then you're in good shape. So we'll see how it goes down the stretch. The Yankees definitely have the most firepower.
But you got the best record in the American League.
No. Go back to that graphic.
hold on one second.
I think the Yankees have lost 27. Y'all have lost 26. So I always go by the loss column.
Cleveland will be in Kansas City June 27th, 8th, 9th, and 30th.
Yeah, for 4 games.
And then Kansas City will also be in St. Louis for 2 games, the 9th and 10th. I expect y'all to sweep us, but go now. Tom, what do you want to say? The standings.
The standings.
Back to that. Give me 1 second.
The Yankees are 51-27.
Yeah, but y'all got 26 losses. That's what I always go by, the loss column.
Yeah, but they have
nobody else
only
does,
one
though.
less loss, and they have 4 more wins. So I'd say that's a better record.
Yeah, but if you don't lose, that means if you play the same amount, you're ahead. See there? Simple.
Tom, do you understand that or not? So,
no.
so you can look at the standings on ESPN and it can say Yankees in first, Baltimore in second, but Terry says Baltimore's in first because they have less losses.
All you got to do is win. That's all it's about.
Then if all you got to do is win,
it's easier to lose than it is to win, Terry.
Okay.
As long as Cleveland does not lose and they win them 4 games, they'll all have the even record and Cleveland will be up.
So according to Tom, according to Terry, Baltimore has the best record of the National League.
That's correct.
I mean American League.
Because they're 49-26.
And 26. Yeah.
Even though the winning percentage is 1 percentage point lower.
I'm sorry for the Yankees, but you go by that loss column. When it all gets to the end of the year, they're going to go, how many losses you got?
They're going to go by win percentage, Terry.
They're going to go by losses because you're going to play the same amount of game, 162.
But they're not
if
going to
it
go by the
means
wins,
something.
huh?
if the games
They're not going to
mean
give out the
something.
wins.
I'm completely lost, but okay. All right.
Jeez.
Can you imagine being a student in this class? Oh,
That's right.
You're like, I might as well not even study for the test.
There's no point in
There's
you know.
pointless.
No, he's not going to tell you the answers first of all, and then he's
It's a mathematical thing. You have to have 6 definitions to get this thing
all right, over in
correct.
the National League. Phillies in first by 6 games over
Hey,
the Bravos.
Atlanta's gained 4 games on them. Atlanta was down 10.
Well, they
wasn't
gained 3 this week because they were 7-3, and Philly was 4-6.
They started playing better. I mean, they had lost like 5 in a row.
it? Yeah.
The Marlins are 26-49. I think like 5 of those wins are the Cardinals.
What's the young guy that come up? The young Murphy guy?
Dale?
Not Dale Murphy. It's another Murphy, but he's come into lineup, and now he started hitting homers and stuff, and that really changes your whole outlook.
Well, the Nationals are only half a game under 500. Mets 2 games under 500. They both went 7-3, 8-2 this week. Milwaukee's in first in the Central. Cardinals are even 500. They're 6 games ahead of them. Is Milwaukee. Dodgers, the only team over 500 in the West, with the Padres even 500. So 1, 2, 3, grand total, guys, of 4 teams in the National League over 500.
Wow.
And, you know, it's amazing when I look at this because you always figure everybody's about the same pace, where if you look at that right there, San Diego is 40-40, where St. Louis is 37-37. So St. Louis has played 6 less games.
That is a lot.
Yeah, that's quite a few.
I don't know what's going on.
Rainouts. Of course, now it's not raining. Now we're in the heat dome. So
And the worst part about rainouts is you end up having a doubleheader where I'm going to say 70% of the time you're going to go 1-1. You're going to win 1, lose 1 in your doubleheaders.
You got 4 teams that are over 500 National League, and 3 tied at 500 National League for the playoff spots. American League wild card, Terry mentioned earlier, Royals are in second in that. Minnesota's in third, with the Red Sox 1 game out of the Twins, and Tampa 4 games.
Tampa always around, aren't
they? They somehow they are. Angels still down there in the bottom.
Kind of pulling themselves out of the hole they started in now.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know.
Can you say it like with such heartfelt emotion?
Like a lot of people pulling
Tom.
for them.
All right, here's a couple quick graphs of fun before we go. This is the most hated baseball team by state. Okay, you follow me? So which team your state hates the most? Who would you guys would guess North Carolina hates the most? What team does fans in North Carolina hate the most, if you had to guess?
Yankees.
Terry?
I'd go Dodgers.
From North Carolina? The answer is Yankees. Yankees is the answer. Now, South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama all hate the same team. Any guesses on that one, Tom? Who does South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama hate? Now, that means Braves fans. Is who do they hate?
The Phillies.
No. It's kind of a weird one, but
The Dodgers.
No.
Washington Nationals.
How about that?
Why?
They must have beat them sometime in some playoff series or something like that. Who knows? People in Florida hate the Boston Red Sox because I guess all the New York transplants down there hate Boston. Out in California, the most hated team in California is a California team.
Dodgers.
Can y'all guess which one it is?
The Dodgers.
San Francisco.
It's San Francisco, Terry.
Really?
Dodgers are the most hated team in Nevada. The Reds are the most hated team in Montana.
The Reds?
The Reds.
They are the most hated team in Missouri over the Cubs, believe it or not. Cardinals take up Colorado, Iowa, Michigan. No, that's Wisconsin, not Michigan. Wisconsin, Illinois, Tennessee, and Kentucky all hate the Cardinals. Tom, nobody hates the Guardians the most.
Well, that's because they don't do anything.
Wisconsinites hate the White Sox the most.
I know Kansas City's not on there.
Kansas City. Nobody hates Kansas City
No,
either.
everybody loves Kansas City.
Come on to town.
That's right.
Tom, are you familiar with the Canadian provinces?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell us who hates who up here in Canada, because somebody hates
like,
the Padres.
What
in
the world? The White
upper
Sox?
North Canada.
Now, Quebec hates Boston. Ontario hates the Yankees. Looks like Saskatchewan and British Columbia both hate the Yankees.
We go up north. The further you go up to the Arctic Circle, you get White Sox and Padres.
How in the world can you hate the White Sox?
I don't know.
That's unreal.
Who hates the Braves, guys? Who hates the Braves the most? Without looking at the map as quick as I can.
Oh, Lord, heck, I don't know.
I believe that's Manitoba's the one I always forget, but that's the one between Saskatchewan and Ontario. That's
Virginia hates the Braves. So the Braves and the Washington Nationals, Terry, there's some hate there between the two that I'm not familiar with. All right, Ohio people, Tom, which team do you hate the most?
Detroit.
How come Texas hates the Angels?
I don't Western.
I mean, think of that.
And they've never won anything. Like, I guess they did no, they beat the Giants a long time ago. When they had Edmonds, and they don't give them credit for it and all that other stuff, All right. Let's see any more baseball stuff before we got some fun college stuff to talk about. We got golf, MLB, of course, Terry's Celtics, DeChambeau.
I did see something yesterday.
Go ahead.
The Angels were playing the Dodgers this weekend, and the first time Shohei Ohtani stepped up to the plate. Did y'all see that? He struck out.
Okay.
Sandoval struck him out yesterday on the pitches, and he didn't get the call. And then the next thing you know, he gets on base, and I was like, man, and you could see Sandoval out there like, if I don't get that call, then I'm up the creek, But it was right down the pipe, and even when they, how they show you box and all this stuff, and them guys said that was a strike, But I guess it depends on who you are, whether you get a call or not.
I don't think I have anything else baseball wise, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and take the break. I've got some good college stuff to go over, some fun college stuff, and more NFL and more to talk about here on KDCBroadcasting.com.
There's nothing like cash in your pocket, especially if you can turn your scrap into cash with the help of Gaston Used Auto Parts and Recycling in Gastonia. For over 25 years, this locally family-owned and operated business has been giving some of the best prices for scrap. They take tungsten scrap carbide, as well as stainless steel, aluminum, copper, and brass. Need help? Gaston Used Auto Parts and Recycling will supply you with a roll-off container to help make your recycling easy. Turn your scrap into cash with the help of Gaston Used Auto Parts and Recycling. 305 Dogwood Street in Gastonia. Call 704-827-9468. Online at GastonUsedAutoPartsAndRecycling.com.
Join us for our live Sunday morning worship services on WHS. It's the Sunday morning worship service from Calvary Baptist Church in Shelby, and on WCSL, it's the Sunday morning worship service from First Baptist Church in Cherryville.
The Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 3.9% APR financing and up to $3,500 cash with approved credit for qualified buyers. But that's not all. Suzuki Fest is underway with 2.9% APR financing for 36 months for qualified buyers. And get the hottest ride of the summer with the Yamaha Slingshot with no money down or 5.99% APR financing for qualified buyers or $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com. The Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 3.9% APR financing and up to $3,500 cash with approved credit for qualified buyers. But that's not all. Suzuki Fest is underway with 2.9% APR financing for 36 months for qualified buyers. And get the hottest ride of the summer with the Yamaha Slingshot with no money down or 5.99% APR financing for qualified buyers or $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
We're here with Joe Pat Roop of Belmont Capital Advisors, and the reality is life is busy. Maybe putting a retirement plan together is not top of mind. But Joe Pat, the big question is, what's holding you back?
And that's exactly what it is. So many people say they're going to do something, but it ends there. We can all set goals and have different priorities, but when you set a goal, and this is what you want to do, like retirement or buying that beach house, whatever that is for you, we have to take action. Our friend Chad Wright, the Navy SEAL, said this: it's the power of words. When you speak things into action, I am going to retire, I am going to have a beach house, and then your body, it starts saying, hey brother, you said you're going to retire, we need to take action, we need to make this happen. And so we coordinate and plan that out. And folks, that's exactly what we do with our callers, with our listeners. Have you been listening to us for a long time? You're like, these guys sound okay, this and that. Give us a ring, 704-946-7000. We're real folks working really hard. Everyone on staff's a fiduciary to help you with your specific retirement goals. We don't know what action steps you need to take. That's why we develop a plan. But I can tell you this, nothing is going to happen unless you give us a ring.
704-946-7000. Again, 704-946-7000. And ask for the one-page retirement income plan from Joe Pat Roop and the team at Belmont Capital Advisors. You can always get more when you visit belmont-capital.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Fusion Capital Management, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Belmont Capital Advisors, Inc., NC license 10000473399.
How would you like an outdoor kitchen in your backyard or around your pool? Of course you would. Say you don't have a pool? Well, we can solve that too. Get it all from the new innovative pool designs in Kings Mountain. Check out the line of Coyote Grills and ask about their spas too. Spa financing is available with low payments and no money down with approved credit for qualified buyers. From pools to spas to outdoor kitchens and more, they do it all at the new innovative pool designs. Located at 836 East King Street in Kings Mountain. Online at ipdnc.com. Like them on Facebook too.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
All right, we're going up to Webster, Massachusetts, where, Terry, if you mispronounce their names, you are arrested. So we're going to start with you, Terry. Lake, what? What lake is this located on? Home of the Nipmuc Indians. I'm going to spell it for the people on the radio. I know, JP, you can read it. CHRGOGGAGOGGAGGAGGAGUNAGUN. Terry, pronunciation. You're an educator. You teach history. Tom, you teach history. What was it? You guys
Go ahead, Tom.
Great job, JP.
Terry, you're done. I mean, not Terry. JP, you're fired now. So you didn't get it right.
Interesting.
That's a heck of a name. So anyway, for the folks watching online, I'll show it to you. I was showing the boys so they could read it better. Real big there. I got some more pronunciations for you here in a minute since you guys broadcast. I wait on Chip to come back for one especially, so we're gonna wait on him. But good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Saturday morning sports talk. We had breakfast this morning by McDonald's. Want to thank them as always, as well. Again, I had an egg and cheese, egg and cheese biscuit, strawberry banana smoothie. Let's see if I got anything else on this feed. And we're going to go back. All right. Tom, since I let Terry choose last time, you want NFL, NBA, or golf?
Well, I'm going to talk about golf because...
go ahead.
Well, it's just my father and I, it's like I went over there for Father's Day, just hung out with Dad and
there's his daddy.
Can we get him off there?
Oh, I thought that was your dad. I'm sorry, Tom.
You said,
I'm sorry, Tom.
You said I had Father's Day. I pulled him up.
What Father of the Year right there. Well, anyway, Dad never watches golf, but for whatever reason, he usually watches like the Discovery Channel or something. I said, put this off because I put like $5 on Rory just for fun because Rory was like,
oh man,
5 or I put maybe 10, and I put 5 on another guy just for fun, because the way you bet golf is you wait to see like somebody who's good, but they're like 3 or 4 strokes back on final day, and they give them long odds, and then like you can, just for fun.
Oh yeah.
Anybody out there, if you're using the betting apps, don't get nuts.
It's only my money.
Do some fun stuff, the hockey bet, I put on like some kind of stupid parlay and won like $50 off betting 5 on a hockey game. It's just like, just have a little fun with it. Well, anyway, I'm sitting there watching, and then all of a sudden, down the stretch, Roy has a two-stroke lead and then chokes, bogeys 3 straight holes. Well, DeChambeau has the ball up against a tree root. And he keeps going up to it like he's going to hit it. He backs off. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do. I hate playing with people like that. I'm like, hit the ball. And then my father's like, words I can't really say on the air because they're prohibited by the FCC, but he's like, will you hit the ball already? Because we're in there. And then he hits it in a sand trap. It's like, okay, I got a good chance here. And, of course, Rory missed the putt on 18. He missed his putt.
It was a breaker.
I know.
And we talked about, did we talk about this
putt.
last week about how, I think I did a chip and everything about, I wish they had a better way to show you how much these putts are breaking because people are like, Roy missed a 3 or 4 foot or whatever it was. When once I saw the replay of how much it broke, I'm like, well.
He choked. I don't care. He choked. He's a professional golfer.
Maybe, but anyway, that joker broke 3 feet.
But DeChambeau gets up and down out of. It was a great Sandy, man. He put it like 3 feet from the cup out of the bunker, and hits that putt and wins.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will say this. The live sellouts. I don't really pull for them, but he at least does. Like when you watch him, he'll interact with the crowd. He'll high five the crowd.
Yeah, he gets them all in.
He was on Jimmy Fallon, and he goes with the cup into the crowd and all this stuff. So I'll give him credit.
He was walking around Nashville yesterday, downtown Nashville yesterday, letting people take pictures and hold the cup.
Right. So I'll give him credit for being that. But it's just like Rory let me down, and I should have known better than to bet on the Irishman. I was
about to say he's not American. He's not Italian.
Bet on the American. It's the U.S. Open. Why am I betting on an Irishman who choked?
Well, Terry, first of all, you looking at his alignment. He's aimed a good 4-6 inches out. He still missed it right.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be honest, Tom. I was like you, and the only reason I didn't want DeChambeau to win is on account he plays in the LIV.
I just can't.
That's the only reason.
Those guys that sold out.
Roy did not do that. He's still with the PGA, and I was pulling for him down the stretch. But you talking about choking? Now we'd always see the Reggie Miller choking, as with the picture of him showing that all the time. That's what Roy did last week.
But it was fun. Because it was back and forth.
John Rahm talking about Roy's putt. Tom said, if you hit that putt left center and you miss the hole, it rolls all the way off the green. He's talking about how much.
You're a professional golfer trying to win the U.S. Open. You hit that putt.
Yeah.
But anyway, it would have forced a playoff, and I thought DeChambeau had momentum anyway. I think he would have beat him in a playoff. But, it's just... It was fun to watch because those two were kind of going at each other, and like Roy had 2 birdies in a row or 3 birdies in a row to take the 2-shot lead,
and he wouldn't even talk to anybody after it was over.
No, he left and talked to the press.
He did not talk to the press
rubber
at
out
all.
of there. He acted worse than Scotty Scheffler did.
I'm sorry to say this. That's the whiny European dude. I'm sorry, man. They're whiners. They're little babies.
You can only blame yourself. You had opportunities.
They're little aristocratic. We're patricians. You're plebeians, Americans, and you lost to the Americans. So just at least have the courage to go up there and say, I choked. I suck. I embarrassed myself and my family today. I'm sorry. At least have the guts to get up there and say that. Don't go home like a little. I can't say it on the air, but have a little.
He did walk off.
Have a little metal, man. It was like, look, man. I was like, I choked. What do you want me to say? That's what happened. But like I said, it was fun to watch. You had 2 or 3 there, but really it came down to McIlroy and DeChambeau. It was going to be one of those.
His missed putt was on 16. So DeChambeau had to make some incredible shots to win, right?
He bogeyed 3 out of 4. I think he got up and down on the one he parred, and he bogeyed like 3 out of 4. I'm like, what is he doing? And he just couldn't keep the ball in the fairway. You know what I mean? He was that was just a bad 4 holes of golf coming into the clubhouse with a 2-shot lead at the U.S. Open. But I just don't really respect guys who do stuff like that. Oh, I lost, so I'm not going to talk. It's like, why'd you lose? Who can you blame? You can't blame the refs. You can't blame the fans.
Well, that's one.
who you gonna blame?
That's one thing about the game of golf. I try to push towards my kids is that, in baseball, the pitcher's got to throw a pitch you can hit.
Yeah.
Like, you can get up there and be the best hitter in the world, and they pitch around you. It doesn't matter. In basketball, you got to have the ball, Terry, to score.
Yeah.
If you can't get it in the right position and be where you're supposed to be. In football, you can't throw a pass if the line don't block for you. You can't run the ball if the line don't block for you. Defense, if there's nobody guarding the wide receivers, it don't matter how good you put all Lawrence Taylors you want at defensive end if you got terrible cornerback. So that's one sport where, like Tom just said, it's on you. So there's nothing but it's you, that golf club, that ball, and nobody else. Even the guys you're playing against, you have to play your game, your shot. And if they get a birdie, that's the hardest thing in the world, Tom, when you're playing other people. Is you think I got 18 holes and they get a birdie and I feel like I didn't get a birdie, I'm losing now. I got to get back and hey, we got some more holes to play.
Yeah.
We got a lot more strokes. Play your game and do it yourself. And that's the individual sports are like that a lot. And I do like that a lot about golf is that I don't have to worry about someone else. So the reason I showed you that picture of Tiger, we talked about this last week. The PGA Tour Board approved an exemption that will allow Tiger to compete in signature events the rest of his life.
Great. I'm so happy. I just don't understand why this man still has fans.
Well, he got an exemption, Tom, for his accomplishments.
Tom,
Yeah,
you
there's
need some
Muggsy.
starting lineup cards. I mean, figurines of him.
I'm good.
Muggsy
To hang them
Bogues.
up.
I'm good.
Tom, I've got some Tiger Woods golf balls. It's got his picture. We're going to set it right there.
I don't want them.
Put them on your shelf at work. All right.
I'm gonna hunt mine and bring them to Tom.
So, yes or no, Terry, agree that he should have a we talked last week about should winners of have like some type of exemption, majors like a 5 to 10 year exemption of other majors or something. Now, this is a lifetime Tiger Woods. This isn't a specific. Hey, you've won 10 majors. This is a Tiger Woods exemption.
Personal.
Yeah, this
One
is a
man.
personal one man exemption. Is this
So
is this their way?
He'll get to play in all the majors.
Is this
If
their
whichever one he wants to pick.
Is this their way to try to keep one of the ways to try to keep Tiger from taking live money?
I think so.
Because they're trying to
I
keep
honest to
him
goodness think so.
attached as much as can. Hey, you're in all the events automatically.
You know, as a player on the course, I think he deserves it. As a person, it's a whole different story. But as a player, I have to give it to him.
Like Pete Rose. Pete
Yeah,
Rose is a
that's
player
true.
deserves to be in the Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
yes.
But Pete Rose as a person is not a very good person.
I mean,
I'll
that's
say
how I look at it.
They say, you know, they say about Pete Rose, he's still a jerk. He's 87
Yeah.
years old.
And he
a
still
jerk.
tells people he
He's
did
still-
nothing wrong.
I actually
sometimes.
saw an interview with him this week, and he was talking about the thing that aggravates him the most about it is that the Reds will have Pete Rose Day.
Yeah.
The Reds will retire his number and Hall of Fame Day and all this other stuff. And anytime that they want, and they had the All-Star game, they brought him out there. And he said anytime they need a sellout or need fans, they trot him out there like a show horse. But then he's not allowed to come to spring training and help hitters hit. He's not allowed to even walk in the dugout when he's there. He has to go through the other ways, the entrances and everything. He's not allowed in the dugouts. He can't even talk to any of the players about hitting it. And he said he would really like, if anything, not in the Hall of Fame, he wants to be a hitting coach and help Reds players hit. He wants to be that.
Yeah, I
help
can
that way.
see that, but I know why. And you know, I would actually agree with him. It's like, well, if you're going to use me for that, you know, come on now. You know,
That's what he said this week. I just saw that clip.
I will say
that y'all
this,
brought that up.
He's banned now, not because he gambled. He's banned because he's not remorseful.
I
You know
know.
what I mean? That's
Yeah.
why he's banned. I mean, he's not sorry.
He's not
just-
stood up and said, I did this.
Right.
To
You can
accept
tell.
me.
Yeah.
But here's my deal. And Tom, I don't want to mean this in a bad way. Don't open him up after he dies and then put him in.
Yeah, they will. Though.
I mean,
You
I know.
they
See,
will.
that's what I'm saying. And
Because
it
it'll be a
should not be like
lifetime
that.
ban.
You
It's
know,
the way they worded
Yeah.
it. So that's what they're going to do. You
But
know they
now,
will.
I am a person, as I said here today, I've never been to the Hall of Fame for Major League Baseball, and I never want to go. If y'all would come up and give me the money, pay for my expenses, all of my food and everything.
Well, once they pay for your food, you would go to.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
Because I don't need to get in there.
He'd put 10 on that truck.
Because you never have your all-time hitter in there, and you never have your all-time home run hitter in there. Until you open it up and accept them guys, why are they a Hall of Fame? I mean, close it down. You don't have two of the greatest people in Major League Baseball history even in your Hall of Fame. And you're telling them they'll never be there. Well, if you're never going to accept them, close it down.
Pete Rose, Barry Bonds.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got no Roger Clemens.
I mean, that's how I look at it.
You got no A-Rod. Ortiz gets in, but A-Rod won't. Is that what's the standards on? We just like you. Is that what it is? We just like you.
I guess
they don't like. And I will say, even though Pete's a jerk, I'm not going to say he's not. But you're right. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, O.J. Simpson's still in the NFL Hall of Fame. And he was in there while he was alive. I mean, he's dead, and the world's a better place for it. But he's still, his football accomplishments got him in the Football Hall of Fame. So, I mean, it's not a character Hall of Fame, is it, Terry?
That's what I'm saying. And when you sit back and you talk about old-time players who played, they always said, well, there's two guys who could read the stitchings off of baseball when it's released, Ted Williams and Barry Bonds. They put them in that same category. Yeah. And when you say stuff like that, but then you're
I'm sure Pete can
Hall
do
of
that
Fame.
too.
I guarantee you can too. But there's a lot more. But I'm just saying.
What do you have, like 4,200 hits or something stupid? I mean, you're not going to have that many unless you could see the. I remember there was I was reading, it was on my one of my social media threads. It's like baseball history, and it had some kind of crazy game where the Phillies played. Can't remember. So it was like a 22-21 game. That lasted like 18 innings. I think Pete Rose was like, 6 for 8 or something stupid like that. I mean, the man, and he was like 37 years old. I mean, this was a game in the late 70s. I think he was playing I think that's when he's playing for the Phillies. And he had like, he was still good in his 40s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, he's a jerk. He's still a jerk. and he broke the rules, and I understand that. But how many hits did he have? What's the exact number of hits he had? I got
40 something. But back to golf.
40 something. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, we always talk about Pete Rose because we was talking about Tiger and
4,256 hits.
Do you
4,256?
And you're not in the Hall of Fame.
Is there character judgments or what is the decision? And then Terry was talking about.
Well, I mean, it's one of them things
them not
that
having Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
There's no way that Pete stepped in there and.
Well, last week I said A-Rod and Chip acting like he never existed, and I'm like, dude, that's the best. Best. You can't tell me he ain't the best third baseman ever played. Whatever you've seen, 696 home runs. Was a shortstop. Let's move him to third. Gold Glove shortstop. Come on now.
Just short of 700 home runs.
Yeah,
that's a lot of home runs, man.
And he's married to J-Lo. I mean, like, come on. Like, which one of those are? None of those are. Robin Yount ain't married to J-Lo, Tommy.
That's true.
All right, 12 golfers under par after the first 3 majors that have made all the cuts. DeChambeau's in first at -28. Xander Schauffele at 23. Morikawa 17. Scheffler at 16. Rory 13. Fleetwood 10. Cantley 5. Henley 4. Hideki 3. Connors 2. Lowry 2. And Finau 2. The comment Scheffler made this week was that he had trouble putting the ball on the spots of the greens where you need it to be because of the wiregrass rough that Pinehurst have. He had problems getting basically good contact to where he could and land where he wanted to and put it where he wanted. That's why he had issues this week. He was talking about with his iron play. Wasn't perfect conditions, Terry, and that's basically what he was saying for the most part. And a lot of times, like the Masters, you look out there, every grass is perfect. Like I'm telling you, go down here to Charlotte, you can lay down in the rough in the shade, and it'd be the best grass you've ever laid in your life. And so a lot of golf courses, and most of them are like that. And you play the Pinehurst, and like I said, your feet are getting dirty. If your shoes are getting dirty, if you're not in the fairway. So these guys were in the sand, the weeds, the wiregrass, and everything else that they had. So and a lot of fans want to see a little bit of a challenge. the distance thing. We've talked about rolling the golf ball back, but DeChambeau does have a video, Tom, you need to watch. He played a round of 18 with all wooden clubs and hickory sticks and everything. So I don't know if you're interested in seeing that. But
how much money did he make for winning the U.S.?
Like $9 million or something.
I'm not 100% sure on it. He's making more.
Is that not amazing, the money? I go play for 4 days and make $9 million plus endorsements.
They're making more than Tiger made.
I mean, then endorsements is really giving you.
So you guys talking about how they're banning?
I made $150 doing driver's ed yesterday.
I'll be darned. Hey man, you get any endorsements?
I didn't get any endorsements.
So the live players. Here's how Google treated the live players. If you were looking for the standings on Google during the tournament, they listed them after everyone else. So they had DeChambeau ranked in 58th place.
58.
So that's what the Google had them listed as. So that's their. Since joining the LIV and being banned by the PGA, DeChambeau and Koepka have more PGA wins than Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, and Ricky Fowler combined. They banned you and you keep on winning their tournaments, Tom.
That would piss you off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, like I said, I will give DeChambeau this. That unlike Tiger Woods, like Tiger Woods was always a jerk to people.
Mm-hmm.
DeChambeau is not. Like he embraces.
He's got a YouTube channel.
Oh, he
Right.
loves.
I mean, I'll give him credit. It's like, okay, I'll give him credit for that. That some people, this is their escape from their drudgery of their own lives. So they like to get,
Yep.
They like to get into their golfers, their race car drivers, their favorite quarterback, whatever. And he embraces that. Like he understands that and embraces that, and tries to connect with the ordinary Joe. Now I know that can be dangerous because people are crazy, but at the same time, I appreciate that about him, that he is willing to do that. So like DeChambeau is kind of like the ex-wife with one of your kids, as Kevin says. I'll steal that one from him. It's like,
but what a
you
difference.
like him, but you don't like him.
Yeah, but what a difference for DeChambeau. You run out there and you understand that there's stuff being served on certain occasions, but what a difference for DeChambeau to run out there, or a race car driver to jump off and run up into the stands with all them drunks.
Right.
I mean, there's a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of a wine and cheese. It's more like, it's more of a Chip Carter type crowd. It's like, I don't really think you have too much to worry about if it's a Chip Carter crowd. Now, if it's a Zach Mayhew crowd, you might be a little worried, but if it's a bunch of Chip Carters, this is probably going to pat you on the back and talk about what's the best kind of golf ball and that kind of thing. But I do like when he came out on the late night TV and all that. I said, that's kind of cool that he did that.
Well, I liked him when he got the trophy and he went over in the stand and, where he made the shot from, and he stood down in the stand picking up the sand, and everybody's taking their pictures.
I give him credit. That was a hell of a sandy, man. I'm telling you.
Did you see the guy hit it after him on the show? After DeChambeau did it, I think it was the Golf Channel or whatever, they were doing the show, and they got a guy on there that recreates and does. He went to recreate it, and he hit the ball, and he like hit a moonshot over the green. Whatever. DeChambeau runs out there with the trophy and lets him rub it, and he put another ball down, and he hit it within like 5 feet like DeChambeau did. The exact same shot, and they went crazy. He gave him DeChambeau gave him the trophy. He said, "Here's yours." I try to pull that up, but I don't
see
know
why
if I can
couldn't
or not.
Tiger be like that? That's what I'm saying. Like, why did Tiger have to be a prick? That's all I'm saying. It's like, just enjoy the celebrity, enjoy the fame.
But when Tiger was winning, he was like that. When he
No,
was
he
doing,
wasn't.
wait a
No.
minute, no. When he was able to do whatever he wanted to do outside of golf, everybody in the world liked him because they didn't know he was doing all that stuff.
Everybody liked him, but he was
The
never,
playing.
But he was never like DeChambeau. He was never like that. I mean, he would walk away from fans, not sign autographs, things like that. Just be a jerk. Whereas, DeChambeau, you probably have to like turn out the lights to get him off the golf course. Like, all right, buddy, go home now. You've spent enough time with the fans, so I do appreciate that about him.
What about the fact he makes his own golf clubs?
Yeah, he does do that. Yeah,
3D prints them.
Yeah, he 3D prints them and all that. That's crazy.
All right, so I think this is it. Let's see. All right, pull this up since you guys haven't seen it. This is newsworthy as we comment on it.
And see, he's still there, and it's getting dark.
Yeah. How about that?
Yep.
Well,
What goes through your mind when you're getting a 50-yard bunker shot?
just to really be aggressive and
you already
I got
are.
him. To be aggressive and dude, by the way, so happy for you.
Rolled it.
That second shot.
I agree with that, but you know what? I love it.
Shut up and hit it.
I heard there's sand in there. Is there anything else going in there?
Literally, yes, there will be. We'll clean it out and hold the sand, but that sand is from this bunker shot, and I will forever have that sand in my house.
That's awesome. All right.
Come on, right here for the U.S. Open. Up and down to win the U.S. Open.
It's NBC golf after the
Oh, I chunked it.
That's perfect.
Oh, please go in. Get up there.
You just had to have me around.
Did I get it? Steve, how close? Can I hold it?
You got it.
Thank you. Player B is always better than player A.
Always.
I guess I'm never going to win the U.S. Open now since I touched it.
So that shot wasn't too hard, Terry. If any TV reporter can do it. Notice they didn't have Lisa Salters do that one, but you know, we'll be back in it. JP, you got any Tom? You got anything else on golf? DeChambeau or anybody else?
No, like I said, I just enjoyed that Father's Day with my dad and just him screaming at DeChambeau to hit the ball. So funny. He's like, "Is this guy gonna hit the ball?" It's like, yeah, he did. And then when he got in the bunker, I'm like, I can't believe it. And then Dad was kind of laughing at me because I knew I put the $5 on Rory, but it was fun. I had a good time. It was enjoyable. It was exciting to watch.
Yeah.
You know, it was exciting.
All right, real quick, ball. I know we did baseball. This caused an uproar in the baseball community. Terry, ball or strike? Tom and Terry, I'll let you make the call.
Oh.
Inside curve.
That's what I'm saying.
Ball 4, and the defense goes nuts thinking it's a strike. It's a strike.
Yeah, it missed around the plate.
It's probably.
It probably come back in, but I think it's on the outside. Yeah.
If I'm the batter and you call a high inside curveball for a strike, I would be just as upset as they were about you calling it a ball. I mean, it's a high curveball. First of all, it shouldn't be called a strike. Especially, look where it's crossing. It's at his chest.
It's not crossing a plate yet.
You don't think that's at the plate?
No, I don't neither.
I mean,
right there's where it's crossing a plate. It's crossing like below the letter. So I mean, you could call that pitch a strike. But you know, why do you want to reward somebody for taking a pitch? Like I was umpiring a 14.
I wish they'd swing it too. I agree, 100%.
There was like a 14-2 game, and it run a 3-0 count. So what's the kid do? Takes 2 down the gut. It's 14-2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just don't understand, like, you know, why do we reward people for taking pitches? Punish him for not fouling that pitch off.
I'm telling you, these coaches teach that. They teach only swing it.
And I will tell you, as an like, if I evaluate myself, I call too many. Like, I'm like, okay, I grabbed that one. Okay, you know, that one was a little down, a little out. You know, like, I know that I grab pitches. And sometimes I feel like I grab too many. But it's at the same time, it's like, he started the last 3 guys with fastballs down the gut. All right, what do you want to do at this level? What do you want to do? I don't care. It's Legion, Junior Legion, high school, middle school. I don't care what it is. It's and you know you're getting a fastball. What are you doing, Terry?
No,
I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah, I like it. I love an aggressive team.
It's just, man, it's just at this level. It's not Major League Baseball. Like, you hit the ball. Hit it.
When you stand in there and you put the bat on your shoulder, I'm like, why are you in here?
I mean, because a lot of them are saying like, well, I'm gonna take the first pitch. Why?
Man,
when you know it's fastball. Now, if he's starting off with a lot of curveballs, I can understand. But a lot of pitchers, like if they're good and they've got a good fastball, they're gonna try to locate it.
Tom, I know hitters. Hitters are either I like hitting first pitch fastball. I know some guys will stare at that thing. They can throw it 40 miles per hour down the middle. They're going to watch that first pitch.
I just don't get I mean, that's,
they do. Dustin Dave do it every time.
That's travel daddy
I'm like,
ball.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, he played in college, but he'll take that first strike, and I'm like, that's your best chance to get a fastball. What are you doing?
Somebody did the math about what happens to your batting average when you take strike one, and it drops by like 50 points.
I'm sure.
So I mean, I just don't understand. There's no science behind it.
He says he's gauging speed.
And plus,
is what he says.
Plus, if you take one down the gut and don't swing, what's the umpire saying? Well, you ain't gonna swing at that. I'm gonna go get me a pitch.
I tell you, the ones that drive me crazy as a coach is not only taking it for strike three, is that the ones on the inside corner, they jump out of the way.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what? And they come back arguing with me, and the kid, because it almost hit me. I'm like, dude, he called it strike three.
Yeah. I was.
Where are you going?
There's a big left-handed kid in the adult.
I got a video for JP here to say, JP, get ready in there.
Guy, and I know he's coming down the gut with it, but they'll jump out of the way because they're scared because they're looking at the arm. It's like, oh, he's going to
see
throw
Randy Johnson letting go in their ear.
I'm just saying, just telling you, it's right down the gut. Guy jumps out of the way, and they're like, oh, what? I was like, guys, it's right down the middle. How are you going to yell at me for a pitch when you jump out of the box and it's right down the middle?
Drives me nuts. JP, you ready in there? I got something for you. Can you hear me? Turn your mic on. I should be able to hear you.
I hear you.
Okay. JP, have you seen this video of London Tower Bridge?
No.
This is on the left, an older, now current, I guess, adult. And then on the right is the kid, Roger Federer, playing tennis with himself across the London Bridge with today's new fancy graphics. Let's check it out.
I can't think of anything stupider than that.
What do you think, JP?
That's awesome.
I knew he would love it. I knew
It's
he'd
the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Tom, that's cool.
Well, Tom, that's for you. I like tennis.
There's a lot of Federer fans out there, Tommy,
I guess.
that love their tennis.
He better be glad that Djokovic ain't hit it back at him.
The Djokovic.
That's right. He'd be ripping it right by Federer. Boom.
Whatever that is, better be glad he's not there.
That's all I got to
All right,
say.
we'll be back in a minute. We got NCAA, NBA, and more at KDCBroadcasting.com.
Just arrived at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. A big old truckload of over 30 brand new Frigidaire side-by-side refrigerators. All come with a full factory warranty, and the prices have been slashed. But that's not all. Another truckload of scratch and dented Frigidaire washers, dryers, ranges, and more have arrived. All with a full factory warranty. Only at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby. They're on the right going down, on the left coming up. Sisman Son Paint and Body Shop, a local family-owned business for 25 years, is located at 2027 Shelby Road in Kings Mountain. Sisman Son offers auto and truck body repair and painting, motorcycle refinishing, and dent removal. They're known for their quality of work, their experienced staff, and their dedication to their customers. In their own words, we work for our customers, not for the insurance companies. We have your best interest in mind. Sisman Son Paint and Body Shop, they're there when you need them. With over 30 years of experience, they do it all at Joxx Auto Repair and Performance in Lincoln. They promise that you'll be completely satisfied with their work, from an oil change to brakes to tires to a North Carolina State inspection. And now they have 4 licensed North Carolina State inspectors, so you don't have to wait. And they now offer notary service too. That's Joxx Auto Repair and Performance, 1122 South Aspen Street in Lincoln. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 8 to 12 on Saturdays for inspections. Online at ZoxAutoRepair.com. Are you in the market for roofing materials? Then head to Acre Enterprises in Cherryville, where they will not be undersold. Right now, 3 by 12 foot, 29 gauge metal roofing is just $30 a sheet. Choose from Barn Shed Slate, white, red, dark blue, and silver Gavaloon. And just in, 5V Barn 10, 2 foot wide and silver Gavaloon, just $20 a sheet. For more information, call 704-435-9525 or drop by at 1220 Shelby Highway, 150 West in Cherryville, right across from Food Line. Online at acrecarports.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Spring is the perfect time to play golf at the Crowders Mountain Golf Course at the foot of beautiful Crowders Mountain. Play in Route 18 Monday through Friday for $30 and just $27 after 1 p.m. And play in Route on weekends and holidays for just $40 and just $35 after 1 p.m. Ladies' Day is Monday. Ladies play and ride on Mondays for $20, and seniors play and ride Monday through Friday for $27 at the Crowders Mountain Golf Course, 255 Lincoln Academy Road in Kings Mountain. For your tee time, call 704-739-7681.
Check out the inventory this week at Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia. This week you can drive away in a 2012 Chevrolet Equinox for just $1,500 down. Or how about a 2018 Hyundai Santa Fe, a 2019 Kia Optima, and a 2018 Dodge Journey. $2,000 down each. Buy here, pay here at Carfair Auto Sales, 1320 Bessemer City Road in Gastonia. Online at carfairinc.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and his crew.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Let's see.
Yeah,
we're gonna do college. We'll do college first. We got a bunch of different college things to go over. College World Series, is that over with yet?
It starts today.
Yeah, it's Carolina
SEC.
was eliminated. State was eliminated. It's Tennessee and Texas A&M, correct? Neither one have lost. Three game set.
North Carolina State was in 2 games and they got beat 5-4. 5-4. I was like, God. Had opportunities against Kentucky in the first game. Had a lot of opportunities in the first, second, and third inning to score runs and didn't. Then they get walked off in the 10th by a guy who hits one out. But, a great season for North Carolina State. If you go back to basketball with the women and the guys being in the Final Four, this team makes the World Series, College World Series. I mean, it's not been a bad year for overall for North Carolina State sports.
Here's an article about the 50% off being at the College World Series.
Team. How about that?
Once you go out,
wow.
They got the signs up to 50% off.
So there's a couple of North Carolina States up there. I see one standing at the top.
They're like, these people will never be back. Got somebody will buy them. So.
Oh yeah, somebody will buy them. Yeah, because the original price was probably like $60.
Probably.
Anyway. Yeah. So
Now, I do have some NC State, bunch of stuff about NC State to go over with. I'm glad you brought them up.
Yeah.
So y'all
It's
been
a tough way to lose.
Y'all been awful shameful of late. I just want to say.
Yeah.
So
when you mentioned North Carolina State, people know where we at now.
Tom, did you see the latest news about NC State?
No.
Well, here you go. The chickens.
Don't even come.
The
with that.
chickens. Appalachian State has a new opponent in 2025 because NC State backs out of playing the Mountaineers, and App welcomes and does a home-and-home series, Tommy, with the Boise State Broncos. A real football team will come to Boone. NC State bails on them, Tommy.
Wow. That's crazy.
What's wrong with your Wolfpack, Terry? What you scared of? What you bailing on the Mountaineers?
When they come out with that about North Carolina State going to play App and all this stuff, it was more of the Carolina part of it than it was State, because State had played everybody in the state of North Carolina quite a few times compared to how many times.
When's the last time they played?
Well, I'm just saying, compared to the time that Carolina has played everybody. I mean, so if you match them up, State's played the inter-conference schools, East Carolina, Appalachian, way more than Carolina's ever played. Carolina was always the one trying to get out of playing people.
Nobody that goes to Appalachian now or works there has ever seen the Wolfpack play the Mountaineers.
Y'all don't want to see us come. You've never beat us.
Y'all just backed out, Tom. They backed out
never
scared.
Beat us.
Scared. We go to Michigan.
I mean, when y'all won a national title, we was the only team that beat you there.
Scared to come to Boone.
So there you
Scared to come to Boone. The Broncos are coming, Tom. And we're going to the blue field, baby. The blue.
That'll be fun.
Field.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun for them.
I can't believe y'all.
That's a good little series.
Bunch of chickens though up there in I used to have you back, Terry. You know, there's something on here. There's something on here I was gonna have you back on in a minute. I'm gonna have you back on, but no.
You'll be on our schedule again.
Oh, we're gonna play Charlotte. Okay, you're gonna play Charlotte. That's good.
In Bank of America Stadium. I'm sure y'all have some fans in the upper deck for that one.
Yeah, it'll be all Appalachian State.
Golly, Terry, we're gonna fill that joker up, ain't we?
Yep.
Why would Charlotte agree to that? I guess because you couldn't fit everybody in the little Charlotte, whatever that thing is. No, it's not. It would be a great 100% fantastic venue for like the.
Well, I know
the
Toledo's out of the same conference. Is Eastern Kentucky in that conference also?
I think Max.
I have no idea who's in that conference.
I know Toledo is.
I have no idea who's in it, but I just know NC State's scared to death.
Bless their
We're
hearts.
not scared of y'all, man.
Scared
You
to
can't
death,
even.
Tommy. You believe that?
We've never lost to you.
Well, then why won't you play?
You know what I'm saying? Other obligations.
Why?
Tom.
Well, like what?
No, you know who they're playing instead? Campbell.
Wow. The Campbell.
They switched it to Campbell. I didn't even know they had a football team.
Yeah,
I just thought there was a bunch of pharmacists.
The first win of UNC Charlotte history in 2013.
They switched it to Campbell, Tom.
They played Campbell.
Yep, they had other obligations. Private school.
I do wish, though, when Appalachian does have a good year, that they would give them a better bowl game. I mean, not saying that they shouldn't, but I
don't know how that's going to work now going forward. If you win the conference, you're in.
I mean, I'm the first one to say that. App has beat, some people and gave a lot of people a hard time for them to have to continue to play Toledo and, Western Kentucky and people like that in bowl games.
I'd suck to have to play Campbell, wouldn't it, Tom?
Well, Campbell will understand after they come play us in Raleigh.
Y'all ducked us for Campbell.
I ain't going to say too much about them because in baseball, they're pretty good. They beat us.
That's all I'm talking about. I'm talking about football. All right, the price of beer at every college football stadium. What would be your guess the average would be?
Price of beer?
At NCAA, average price of beer.
So they let them sell it now because for years they wouldn't.
$9.
11.
$8.35 is the average. The highest beer in America is at an SEC school. I'll give you a hint.
Texas A&M.
You got the T right.
Oh.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
$13 for the average beer at Tennessee.
My God.
Is the most in the nation. UCLA and Colorado is 12. Minnesota and Rutgers at 11. The lowest cost of beer I thought was interesting. Texas Christian, Tom, selling $3 a beer.
How about that?
Texas Christian sells beer?
Yes, they do, and it's only $3.
Ohio State, $8.
And Tulane.
Texas Christian and Tulane at $3. Private school, Wake Forest, this surprised me, at $5 as well. The private schools I thought would be more expensive.
Louisville, Oregon, and Coastal Carolina.
The Fancy Chickens. They're probably selling wine down there because they're the Chanticleers. And
at Myrtle Beach, they probably sell you a funnel with that $5
well,
beer.
Bloody Marys, too. Funnel with it at Myrtle Beach. But there's your cheapest, there's your beer prices across American college sports, if you were curious about that this fall, if you're making your plans around your beer prices. Tom, we got an NC State insult. I don't know what to do about this one. This was on the Florida State message board. So, it's just idiots being idiots. But this was going around during the NC State game. Is NC talking about the good-looking women, and then they go, is NC State the worst-looking fan base in America? Terry says they look like a cross between WWE fans and plasma bank donors. What does that mean?
What the? Florida State, you're no longer involved in this College World Series either. You're just like us. You're sitting at the house on the couch.
I do got some exclusive NC State video. Tom's going to like this, and I forgot. I got to scroll down for a second. Way down here that I've been saving for a couple of weeks because Terry, y'all weren't here like the same time. But NC State's got this. I don't know if it's a tradition. What's it called? It was down here when. Okay, here we go. NC State grad Abby Lamp wins the Gloucester, Tom? Gloucester?
Yeah.
Cheese roll race in Cooper Hill for the second time today. She's the first American woman to win and at the event in 22. She became the first American woman in 22. 2022, and she repeats as the Cheese Queen in 2024. Terry, do you have any idea what this is? This is at the Scottish Sun. This is in Scotland.
Yeah.
NC State grad is representing.
Cheese rolling down there, and you have to come down the hill. Yeah.
Dog.
What is
this? Is the highlight there.
Yeah.
All right, you missed the first part. Terry knew. I don't know how Terry knew. So this is just.
Yeah.
Terry. So Tommy, this white thing is a roll of cheese.
Yeah.
And they roll the cheese down. But you got to go get it. But you have to roll
down this hill, and it's all sloppy and messy and wet, and
you're watching the Cheese
Queen.
Queen.
Be the first one to get down there
from NC State.
Well, they're not rolling. They get it and run.
And there she
Look at
is.
her. I am the champion.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
NC State wins the championship.
We are the champion, man. We can even win that.
2-time Cheese Queen. NC State grad Abby Lamp. Be proud, Wolfpack.
What's that map?
Be proud. Do what? That's the we did it. The largest employer of the United States. That North Carolina, Walmart is most of them, and the university systems are the rest of them. North Carolina is the largest employee in North Carolina.
The university system is the largest employer in North Carolina.
In the Southeast, period.
And
it's Walmart every other state.
Wow. The Walmart states.
How about that?
The university system is bigger than Walmart. And we're constantly complaining about teacher pay. I believe the administrators are making a little too much money, or don't you believe, Tommy?
Wow.
That's you, Tom.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Oh, goodness. That's you, Tom. NC State. Oh, that's pretty good. So NC State, they run from the Wolf Pack. They're chasing cheese wheels down in Scotland. I don't know what's going on over there, Tommy, but it's not looking good out there.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
You're not going to catch it.
But it's Scotland. It's Scotland.
It's simple.
What do you expect?
Yeah. You ready? Go.
You're not going to catch that cheese. You're so stupid.
Go catch the cheese. I was like, what?
Oh, God. All right. The top 50 logos in sports voted on this college basketball report. I don't know where they come up with this, but Terry, I was going to defend your Wolfpack here. I think you guys got one of, if not the best. That Carolina ranked above you at number 9, but they don't have Ramsey's logo on there. They got the NC. That's stupid. Whoever got that. But number 1, the Wichita State Shockers were number 1 as the best logo, according to this
East
website.
Carolina number 4.
Man, Ohio State's not even on the board.
Well, Tom.
Oh, they're on there. That's where you can find them.
They're not on there, Terry.
Oh, well.
There's no Buckeye on the top coolest logo.
No Buckeye. We're
So
12.
the UAB dragon.
The dragon is sweet. I love the dragon.
It's a cartoon.
It's the 13th sign of the Chinese zodiac. Are you saying they're wrong?
It's in the Bible. North Carolina.
Dragons are in the Bible.
How is North Carolina's number 9?
The Ramsey's logo should be, but not the NC. The Ramsey's logo is cool, but not the NC. The Yukon logo, the dog's got the light blue eyes. I like that part of it. It's really cool. But the fancy chicken's got to go. Yosef's not on here. I don't know how many dogs we got up there.
Creighton is
plain
15.
bulldogs.
But Razorback is 16.
Now that we've looked at some of these logos, I got a fun little game for you guys, or a fun little college. This is at the World Series. You know, these interviews on the streets and stuff.
Oh, Lordy.
So they did they asked some fans at the College World Series to name some other college logos, and we'll see how this goes. Now, granted, I don't know some of these, and you guys probably don't either, so I'll give you a fair warning. Some of them are hilarious, though, but we're going to go from here. So here are students, fans, and whatnot at the College World Series guessing logos.
She's probably had too much to drink.
I would guess. Terry, look at the empty Jello shooters in front of them.
Yeah.
There's like 12 empty Jello shots right in front of these ladies.
Come here, I got a question.
Yeah, look, can I interview you?
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so we're going to turn it up. So the first question is, wait, these are football teams? These are actually colleges, so these are their team logos and stuff. So, all right, here we go.
Jaguars.
The Virginia Jaguars. Tom, you know who that is?
Oh, look, maybe the Pittsburgh Panthers.
I think it's Pitt. That's what I told Zach.
That's what I think it is.
But I didn't know if it was another school. It doesn't say, but they guessed the Virginia Jaguars, so I don't have an answer on this one.
Temple of Doom. The Doom.
The Temple of Doom.
Kansas
For the folks on the radio, that was the Temple Owls.
Yeah.
The guy was guessing that.
City Bulldogs.
All right, this-
Kansas City Bulldogs.
King Bulldogs.
The Kansas City King Bulldogs. Tom, do you know who that is?
That's not Gonzaga.
We went over this a few weeks ago, or maybe months ago. I know you had a question about this actually at one point.
I don't
A
know
while
which
back.
I don't know
Terry,
which
you know who that
Bulldogs it
is? I'll give you a hint.
It's a little obscure.
It's an App State rival.
Oh, Georgia State.
No.
I thought Georgia State was the Bulldogs.
No. That is the James Madison Dukes.
Oh,
They're not the Bulldogs.
that's stupid.
We talked about that. Yes, it is. Next up,
Texas Rangers.
the Texas Rangers. Stick them up. Terry, who you got there?
It's not Oklahoma
Texas
State.
Tech.
They were actually on that last one that I had up, but I can't get back to it right this second. I think it's Texas. Crap. I should look. Let me look real quick. I do know.
I don't think it's Oklahoma State.
It was just up there on the other one because Aggies, Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. That's their logo.
Apparently.
Okay, I would have missed that.
Well, what's one of them?
The Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper himself.
The Grim Reaper himself.
That's UTEP.
The Grim Reaper himself.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tom?
Air Force.
Terry?
Yeah.
Okay, it is the Air Force.
The Vikings. School.
How about that?
That would be East Carolina.
Yeah, East Carolina.
We got to
sure.
play her again. She is just awesome.
Vikings. School. The Vikings. School. Vikings. School. Vikings. School.
She looks like
She's
like
had
she spends
too many.
She looks like she spends a whole lot more time in the tattoo parlor
For
than the
her to
library.
say go, she has to be a Vikings fan, right? But then for her to not know that that's not a Viking just blows my mind.
Yo,
Like, how
ho,
does she
ho.
know the skull part but not the Vikings? Like, that's, oh, God. That's
All
EC. That is ECU for you folks that are on the radio. He's a pirate. And she said the Vikings skull.
Yo ho ho.
JP would have said the same thing. One more time.
The Vikings. School.
She was so happy about that answer.
Penn State. That's what Penn State does.
Litany Lions.
The Penn State Litany Nines, Tom. That's not Penn State, is it?
I don't know. Yeah, it's not Penn State, but I don't know who that is.
I do, Terry. You know who that is?
I have no idea.
South Alabama Jaguar.
I mean, why are they doing such obscure logos?
I know.
It's
Because
not
they're the
really-
weird logos.
But it's not. I mean, it's more fun when they miss the
Boise
well-known.
State Birds.
There's the Boise State Birds, Tom. You want to clear up America on who that is?
I
know you know.
Cardinals.
Louisville Cardinals.
That is not Louisville.
That's not Louisville.
It's Ball State.
Countryside Cougars. The Green Hawks. The Green Falcon. Green Eagles. That's an eagle. That's
Yeah,
the
they're
most
playing on
The
that.
last one was Texas Wesleyan.
like I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
like who's gonna know?
Unless you, the only way you know it is if that's who you pull for.
It's the Green Hawks, Green Falcons, Green
Is
Eagles.
that Eastern Michigan?
North Texas.
I mean, why asking me?
I know
The
some.
Blobs. Oh, the Blobs. Blobs. That looks like a Teletubby. Kool-Aid Man.
Who do you think they're
Kool-Aid
guessing
Man.
on? Can y'all guess which school? The Blobs. That looks like the Kool-Aid Man. Or a Teletubby. Who are they guessing? See if you guys can guess. Don't know? Western Kentucky.
Oh.
The Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers.
The
Yeah.
Hilltoppers.
does
of
look
Western
like a
Kentucky. He looks like a Teletubby Kool-Aid man. A Teletubby who had too much Kool-Aid. How about that? That's the
That's an
Blobs.
awesome logo right there. Really great.
Tom, you don't remember them having the different poses on the helmets?
Yeah.
It's basically grimace.
That looks like Abraham Lincoln.
Okay. Now
it's Appalachian State.
We get a little personal. Listen to this one, guys. This is awesome.
That looks like Abraham Lincoln if he worked on a farm. The Illinois Lincolniers.
The Illinois Lincolniers.
That does look like Abraham Lincoln. It does. Like, I see where they got
That's
that.
what Zach said yesterday. I said, I know people with that tattoo. The Illinois. Next time I see him, I'll ask Andy. Andy, can I see your Illinois Lincolnier tattoo? I think Jesse's got one of each, Terry. I think he's got that one and the new one when we were in school when they updated them. But that's the Illinois Lincolniers for you folks. That's Joseph he's talking about for you App State fans. Or the ladies are talking about. How about one more time for them? That was
the Illinois Lincolniers.
This is Tom. This is from Tom's history
That
class.
looks like Abraham Lincoln if he worked on a farm. The Illinois Lincolniers.
Oh my God.
The dragons! The dragon breath!
There you go, Tom.
The Oregon Beavers!
Oregon State.
Oregon State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry, what did she call them? The Oregon what? You're not gonna repeat that?
No.
Booger? That does look like a booger.
Too late. For you
say.
Ashbrook fans out there, she just called y'all the boogers. I've heard the fighting Gumbies from some Huss fans out there, but she just called y'all the boogers. How about one more time?
Booger? That does look like a booger. Stephen Hawking Bobcats.
Sorry, Sammy.
Houston. Rainbows.
Yeah.
Iowa. Eagle. Hawk. IHawk.
Okay, so the final two kind of go together. So let's listen to these two. Okay.
Eagle. Hawk. IHawk. Pelican.
The
Iowa.
Hawkeyes. They were close. The Eagle Hawk. I want the Pelican, but all right. Again, that one goes with the one after it. So follow along. Listen.
Hawk. IHawk. Pelican. That's like the hotter version of the Iowa Hawkeye.
It's a newer, like, stylized logo. That was the Iowa Hawkeye. This is the hotter version.
Who is that?
That's funny.
I think that's Southern Miss, but I'm not 100% sure. It could be
Golden
anybody.
Eagle,
There's a
yeah.
Golden Eagle somewhere. I'm like,
Interesting.
oh, that's the hot. There's your sideline reporter, Terry.
That's funny.
I know
No,
that one.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Woo pig, right?
There you go.
Oh, you're pretty close.
Wait.
She didn't know what it was called, but she knew the woo pigs. There's some. I've had some NC State college fun here for a little bit at theirs expense. But there's your College World Series report.
That's great.
All right, as we head into basketball here in just a few moments, talk about the NBA champion Celtics. I do have a college-related stat for you and the NBA. So, which school has the most players with NBA titles? Which schools have the most players with NBA titles? Okay, so that means like different players. Number, how many different players at your school has won an NBA title? And Terry and Tom, I'll let you guess who's number one if you can.
Kentucky.
UCLA.
Y'all both got two of the top three.
But neither one of them were first.
Kentucky's number 3. UCLA is number 1.
Okay.
North Carolina is number 2.
Wow. Yep.
There was a streak.
I know Duke was not. Now, Duke for a long time had great players that never made an NBA title.
So there was a streak for one time, and I don't know. I don't feel like Googling finding exactly. It was 25 to 30 years, Tom, where every NBA champion had a Tar Heel on it. Now there's not 30 different Tar Heels because Jordan won
Just
6
had
in
a
a row.
player.
But there was a streak there where it was 25, 30 years. I can't remember. It coincided with most of Dean's career, and then after that, because we talked about the All-Stars. But there was a Tar Heel on every team for 25, 30 years. Now, UCLA has the most with 18. North Carolina, 17. Kentucky, 15. Kansas, 13. And you talked about Duke. They're at 14th with 7. Schools that have more NBA champions than Duke. How about New York University, NYU, has more NBA champions.
That's right back in the day, though.
Oregon State. The Minnesota Golden Gophers have more champions than Duke has ever had. So Duke with only 7 players with a championship.
Indiana's a little lower than I thought they'd be.
Indiana only
and
7
even when
as
you
well.
mention that, nobody would ever say Minnesota unless you absolutely
Or
knew.
even Ohio State.
You know.
I mean, you know.
Well, I would have said Ohio State before I'd have ever thought about Minnesota.
The 9 Beavers from Oregon State.
Or New York University would have never come up.
Or AC Green was from Oregon State. So he won 3. Mel Counts, Red Roca, Eric Moreland, Brent Berry, dunk champion, Lonnie Shelton, Dave Gamby, Gary Payton, and Gary Payton II. So if you're Oregon State fans, there's your Beavers. Gary Payton's and AC Green. See if I see any other list. How about Iowa, 7? B.J. Armstrong, Matt Bullard, Fred Brown, John Johnson, Donnie Nelson, Bob Hanson, and Ron Lester.
Who are the Ohio State guys?
Let's see. I'm just looking through the comments, so I'll let you know if I come across one.
Also, he hadn't looked them up.
No, these are just people in the comments that they're. UNC alumni have won a record 37 championships. So there's your total from that comment.
NC State not on the list here.
New York University Violets. This is what everybody was wondering about. How about Happy Hairston?
Never heard of him.
Satch Sanders.
Nope.
We keep the G League with a lot of
Mal
players.
Graham, Jerry Fleischman, Chuck Reiser, Donnie Foreman, Ralph Kalpowitz, and Dolph Shaves. We know who Dolph Shaves is.
All household names.
You know who Dolph Shaves is, don't you?
Nope.
He's an NBA Hall of Famer, Tommy.
I didn't know him.
Terry, you know who Dolph Shaves?
No.
I swear, you boys don't know anything. Indiana has 8. Thomas Bryant was on 1-1 on the team last year. That's what his comment on now. Don't list the other 8. Somebody said, "Where's Duke?" and spelled it OK. So he's a fan of mine.
Yeah. Definitely.
Somebody said Duke's 14th, yet they put that guy on the cover. I think it's because he just won the most recent one, and Jaylen Brown did as well. So when we come back, we'll talk NBA Finals with Terry and more here, and we've got a little bit more stuff to do as well. KDCBroadcasting.com.
The lowest prices and loudest booms are found at Johnny's Discount Fireworks on Highway 321 south of Gastonia at the state line in Bowling Green. Assortments, shells, and rockets. Open late the week of July 4th. Johnny's Discount Fireworks, Highway 321 south of Gastonia at the state line on the right.
The Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event is underway at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get 3.9% APR financing and up to $3,500 cash with approved credit for qualified buyers. But that's not all. Suzuki Fest is underway with 2.9% APR financing for 36 months for qualified buyers. And get the hottest ride of the summer with the Yamaha Slingshot with no money down or 5.99% APR financing for qualified buyers or $1,000 in customer cash. Come in for the details at Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
On the Go Quick Lube in Boston is not just oil changes. They have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course they do oil changes, featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus, they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head over to On The Go Quick Lube today. 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs. You can book your tee times online at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden. Just go online at glenoaksgolf.com. Pick out your tee time and book it. Check out their pro shop, snack bar, driving range, and banquet hall. And memberships are available. For more information, call 828-428-2451. Or again, go online at glenoaksgolf.com and like them on Facebook too.
Come check it out, the brand new newly remodeled showroom at Carpet One Floor and Home in Ranlow. Floor shopping is easier than ever now. You'll find a large selection of carpet, hardwood flooring, vinyl plank, laminate floors, and tile, with an unbelievable selection of styles, stains, and finishes. So stop by soon for special remodeling sale prices at the newly remodeled Carpet One Floor and Home, 2757 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Give them a call at 980-285-8617 or go online at carpet1gastonia.com.
Green Funeral Service and Crematorium in Gastonia is where their family cares for your family, and it shows. Scott, Tammy, and Jonathan Green and Green Funeral Service and Crematorium has served thousands of families since 1994, and they now offer online cremation arrangements starting at $9.95. They own their own crematory. Go online and see how you can make your special cremation arrangements. Visit their website at greenfuneral.com. Green Funeral Service and Crematorium, 1503 South York Road and 216 Archie Whitesides Road in Gastonia, caring about you and your family.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and his crew. They're talking about some more sports. I don't think they realize that we're back on the air yet. But I guess I'll just keep talking until they eventually realize.
Thanks, JP.
There we are. Okay.
Thanks, JP.
Tom, that volt's 4 times more than a Corvette.
Yeah.
Nobody ever says anything about that. I guess I need to paint it red.
I guess. I saw an 87 Corvette for sale. I said, man, I could be like Kevin and go down there and get that thing.
NBA champions. This is how you blow a championship in the draft. Sixers and Lakers both picking ahead of the Celtics in back-to-back years, or every other. I can't remember if it was back-to-back. Simmons and Ingram, then Jaylen Brown, then Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball, and Jason Tatum. We talk about the Hornets picks all the time. And then look at that. Look at those top 10. You got Bender, Josh Jackson, De'Aaron Fox, and Chris Dunn. And Terry, if I said, and Brandon Ingram, if I said have a one-on-one tournament between those 10 guys, who would be in the finals of that tournament? Oh, wrong one.
Jaylen Brown would be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, Lordy. I'd want to say Tatum, but I wouldn't. I would probably go with Ball.
Lonzo Ball?
Yeah.
Golly, I thought you were going to say Brandon Ingram like the rest of the world. No.
No.
Lonzo Ball ain't winning and beat nobody one-on-one. He can't dribble with his left hand. But anyway, you just ruined that. But anyway, Jaylen Brown.
I appreciate it.
I say Jaylen Brown, Tatum, and Ingram are your best one-on-one players there, and you guys got 2 of the 3 of them in the draft. Well, you said Tatum. I don't know where you're going to fall. But Ingram would have been my third by far. But anyway, either way, you had 2 of the 3. And like I said, when the Hornets come to draft, we looked at the draft. We're going to look at the draft thing here in a minute. It's all like a 7-footer or another backup point guard. And I'm like, hello, pick the wings.
Yeah. Well, my whole deal is Ingram. I mean, I was over there when he was playing the Surratts now for a state championship, and I kept saying he was too little. You know what I'm saying? He could play.
10 years ago.
I know, but I did. At that time, I thought, man, this guy ain't going to make it in the NBA.
Yeah,
I mean, he's too little.
He was Kevin Durant, Bonnie.
You know, but he did. So that's how much I know about that. He proved me wrong.
Ingram's pretty good, but like I said, Celtics win, and again, you know, you look at it. We've talked in the past. Point guards aren't usually the leading scorers of championship teams. You guys got the 2 wings, the 2 best wings up, and they got 2 pretty much point guards. I mean, Luka's not a point guard, but he dribbles the ball a lot, but he'll bring it up the court because Kyrie don't like it, so they kind of go back and forth with that. But like, it's hard to win, Terry, with the guy scoring, bringing the ball up the court, and and people don't get that, and every team seems to try to build their way around that, and you got Jokic winning the championship, you got you guys winning the championship, and none of these guards are not doing it. So, I don't, look at some of these other teams to do better. But so Celtics with Porzingis, is everybody back? Anybody free agents, anything like that, Terry?
No, they all come back, and that's what I like because Porzingis had 2 years on his deal, and now we'll have to decide what we're going to do with him after next year. But we spoke last week, and I told you if Porzingis plays, Boston's just upset. He just aggravates Lively, and P.J. Washington to death. I mean, they got fouls called on them from them just shoving him out of the way because he was making them so mad him in the game, and he never really played that great in Game 5, He was out there, but it was just the aggravation of him being there because they had to shoot their shot. Even though the guy was hurt, he made them redo what they were doing inside.
He's always hurt.
Well, Porzingis is. He's always hurt.
Well, Tom, I've got video proof here of the referees cheating for the Celtics. Now, watch this. This referee sets a pick on Dallas, and then he celebrates when the Celtics make the three-pointer. Watch this play. You ready? Let's see. I don't even know if there's any sound on it. There might be. All right, so watch him. Let's back it up. So watch the referee set this pick on P.J. Washington right here.
Oh, he's signing a three.
Sets a pick on Washington. They bust a three. And then he gets the celebration.
I don't even want to hear that. You put it up because he's shooting a three, and the other hand comes up when he goes in, and it is the three.
No, that's what they commented on. They said, watch this ref set this pick and celebrate.
I don't even want to hear that.
Okay. It's in. Woo! Celtics with a win. Cheaters.
No, it
How
was
does he
just
get sucked in there in the eye? It's not where it's supposed to be.
It was a
lot
jump
of
ball.
people.
It was a jump ball. That's why he was in there.
Only thing I got to
He got
say
caught.
is for all y'all Laker fans, and I know some friends who are Laker fans, sorry, guys. We're back up on top of you again. Y'all thought y'all were going to get there. You got LeBron, and you thought the championship was just going to come automatically because he's led so many other teams to championships. He led you to one to get you to ties. But now.
What about J.J. Redick?
Wait, hold on.
Whatever.
We'll get to that in a minute. We're still talking on Boston. We'll get to that. How about this, Tom? The Celtics celebration went on really long in Miami. Celtics, instead of celebrating in Boston, flew to Miami to celebrate. Terry, what's up with that?
I can't answer none of that.
They came home, got on, and told their families and everybody, hey, good to see you. Let's all get on a flight and go to Miami, and left the city in Boston.
It's better strip clubs.
Now, remind you, Tom, when we try to tell you nobody's coming to Charlotte, these dudes just won the championship and left town in one day. And they're in Boston. We ain't getting no free agents at all after this.
Nope.
They just go to.
But Boston, though, with this squad, and I know it's come up a lot of times, was this one of the Boston's greatest teams of all time? They was like fourth of defeating their opponents. I mean, they defeated their opponents almost by 12 points a game throughout these playoffs. But, there's no way that this team is better than the 1986 teams that had Bill Walton, Bird, McHale, Parrish. I mean, you just start naming players off of that team who were just gigantic in the NBA. So that would be my first team. This squad right here, though, would be my second or third team, even though they always said, well, watch them collapse. This squad never collapsed, and that's what a lot of people.
I wouldn't pick them to beat Ray Allen and Paul Pierce.
This team right here, defensive-wise, was probably one of the best that's ever won it. Now, I will say that. Because when they wanted to pick up their defense, they played.
Tom, it's just not Terry. It might be just Celtics fans not knowing anything about their players and stuff. Here's Celtics fans man on the street interviews, asking them where Jason Tatum went to college.
Bandwagon or Die Hard? Where did Jason Tatum go to college?
I have no idea.
Die Hard. Where did Jason Tatum go to college? Who would know that? Die Hard. Where did Jason Tatum go to college?
From Boston, Chinatown, USA, baby.
Where did Jason Tatum go to college?
North Carolina? Where'd he go?
Die Hard. Where did Jason Tatum go to college? Oh, shit. I don't like Tatum. Die Hard, dude. Are you kidding me? Where did Jason Tatum go to college? Why the fuck's that good?
Oops, sorry about that, folks. That was bleeded out on the video. Nobody knows where he went to college, Terry. Sorry about that for the folks listening on the radio and everything. Those slipped through on that one.
It's Boston.
They were muted on
They're people from Boston.
They were muted on the video.
You should know.
It didn't get muted. Terry, I mean, one of them was a Cowboys fan too, Tom. That's the one I was wanting to get to.
Oh.
He said, yeah, go Cowboys. Oh, there he goes, Dak Prescott. He didn't know where Dak Prescott went to college either.
Well, I'm not surprised.
He didn't know where Jason Tatum was.
Didn't Prescott come in after Manziel? Didn't he take it from Manziel?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he did.
And then they asked a little kid, and he knew. Yeah, Duke. And they did ask the guy wearing a Duke shirt. He got it right. So he did do that. So.
Well, people's knowledge, you got to understand, people's general knowledge is about zero because you could look up anything on your phone.
Yeah.
So they don't feel like they have to know anything. That's why we're becoming dumber. Phones are making us dumber.
It is what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to know.
You don't have to know anything.
Don't have to know how to get. I think used to knowing how to get places
or knowing
was a
somebody's
memory
phone.
thing that
Knowing
made people
somebody's phone.
smarter.
Knowing somebody's phone.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So this is a. Well, no, we won't get to that. All right, Tom, we've talked about it before. Terry, any more comments on the Celtics and the season and everything?
No, I mean
season's over. You got another championship.
What was it? Boston is one of the 15 teams ever in the NBA to win 80 games. To win their championship. For Laker fans though, those are the ones who are really hurt. Not everybody else in the NBA. It's just Laker fans because they had fought all their time to catch us, and now they're behind us again. So maybe next year, LA, no, wrong. It'll be Boston again. But we'll still, I'm sorry. But you'll not see Dallas back. Dallas will not be there next year. Their road to haul back will be tough unless they get a true guard or a forward or somebody who can score.
Their road to haul?
Yeah. Well, it'll be tough. Okay. You're going to have to go through Denver again. You got to go through Minnesota again. Out of Oklahoma, I don't think they can make it back.
I think what he means it's going to be a long haul.
Yeah, they'll not be able to make it back. They got to have somebody more than their third person being P.J. Washington. And don't get me wrong, I give that guy all the credit in the world. He played well.
He's not bad. PJ's not bad.
No, he played well for them.
He just can't guard Embiid. I'll tell you that. I know firsthand that he cannot guard.
Well, he's 6'8". Yeah, Embiid's 7'2". No, PJ's he's a good bench player.
That's when they was talking about the guards and stuff for Boston, and everybody was talking about younger people that are 6'1", 6'2", and I'm like, no, we don't have that. Brown and Tatum both are 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", so they're not that, they're not small.
And no, Luka's not small, but he don't play defense, so
he yells at referees.
Terry, as much as you want to compare him offensively with Bird, like he is, but defensively, Bird's way better defensively.
Yeah.
He played defense. Luka.
Well, in his prime, I think Bird was just a better athlete. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, like defense is a lot of athleticism. I mean, you got to be a good athlete.
You got to want to.
Yeah.
It's something that, yes, he's fundamentally sound as anybody as far as with the basketball, with his feet, and that's Kyrie is too. They're both kind of almost the same player as far as footwork and guard work, and that's why they're both hard to guard by the guards. Like you've talked about, is guards aren't used to guarding that type of player, and that's the type of footwork that they have. But they do need something else, obviously down low. But Terry's right as far as you got to go through Denver. Don't know what Phoenix is going to put together, and then of course the young Timberwolves. Their big men are kind of soft. Maybe get a tougher trade one of them for somebody tougher. Get rid of Gobert for somebody that would might fight somebody at some point or something. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think I'd get rid of Carl because he's such a good offensive player. But Rudy's just. He's worthless as far as I'm concerned out there. If for a championship team, he'd make a good Charlotte Hornet.
He would. He really would.
He just really would. All right. Let's see. Anything else? It's about it. Lakers. Tom, is this not embarrassing though?
J.J. Redick, who's probably younger than LeBron.
He is. I think it's 3 years younger. LeBron was drafted before him though, actually, but J.J. is younger.
I think J.J.'s 39. Is LeBron 40 yet?
It's something like that. He is older.
He's right there at the same. And I was talking to somebody yesterday. I'm wondering is Bronny gonna get drafted by the Lakers and JJ's gonna be the coach? And
right.
It's just gonna sell tickets. They're not gonna win a championship.
Right. So Bronny's only worked out with two teams now. Here's what's going on, Tom. He's worked out with the Lakers and he's worked out with the Phoenix Suns. Not Durant, but LeBron and his group are trying to get a trade to Phoenix
For Bronny.
And they're going to keep for LeBron.
Oh, so they're going to try to get Bronny
whoever
in
drafts
the trade for
whoever drafts. The signal has been sent.
Yeah.
Whoever drafts Bronny, Phoenix or LA, that's where LeBron is going to play next year. He's a free agent, technically, so he can go wherever he wants. But I think they might have to be a sign and trade because of salary or something. So they'll have people coming out of there. But he either wants to be in LA or go to Phoenix, and so that's the JJ Redick hires and this this other stuff. So
this is LeBron saying this.
This is their no. They don't come out and say anything, Terry. This is what they do. So all the trade route that Bronny's Bronny's only worked out for this. His people are saying this. This is the clutch folks that run everything. So it's either Phoenix or LA.
Pick you from?
It's either Phoenix or LA. Well, that's what he's going to go.
Yeah,
they're telling other teams don't pick him.
When you are sitting here and you are telling teams these are the only two places I want to go, and or I might, what you gonna do? Hold out? Okay, who cares? I mean, there's where the 6'6", 6'7" guy thing come in, because they was talking about Bronny, and they was like, what can he do? Maybe he's another Jaylen Brown or
he's only like 6'2", isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. That's where all that come in. Because it's like, hey, these guys are way taller than him, can play a lot more positions and rebound, etc. Bronny should not be coming out saying, hey, I can do this. You're not a Jaylen Brown. You're not a Jason Tatum. You're not that type of player. So your whole deal, and he's trying to, who would they be? And one of the guys on there said he believe like a Drew Bledsoe, not a Drew Bledsoe, but who's Bledsoe that played for Milwaukee and all? Eric Bledsoe, yeah. They compared him to them. And some people was like, no, he's more like a Jason Tatum and them. And that's when, one of the guys said, no, there's no way he can compare to being in the same level as Brown or Tatum.
So, I've got the mock draft here.
I just don't like it when a guy's in school and all of a sudden his dad is big time athlete and he thinks he's going to be just like his dad.
Let's see where it's going.
I want to see his money. I want to see how much they pay him. This guy really did nothing at USC.
No.
I mean, that's when I go back to.
And he's got a heart condition.
Yeah. I mean, not saying nothing wrong with that and not saying that he can't come over to that. But your high school, your college stats are not good. And then you act like you should be one of the top picks.
So I do have a question about the heart thing. If you like the same thing with the DeMar Hamlin, like, it was clearly shown that a hit to the chest can cause you to almost die. When I used to go to the physical to play football, Terry, and they do their thing, like, how can me dying? How does that pass the physical?
Yeah.
How could DeMar Hamlin ever pass the physical ever again? No, you can't play ever again. Bronny, you've had a heart attack. Reggie Lewis, no, you can't. Yeah. You shouldn't play.
Yeah.
You've proven you can have a heart attack on the court. But but that's what I'm saying. Do you want him to have a heart attack on the court?
You shouldn't, but I'm just saying, this is your money, though.
They shouldn't let Reggie Lewis back out there.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
After he passed out the first time. That's why I don't know, I get what you're saying, but, as a league, when you say a guy can't pass the physical because he's got a sore ankle, but how does a heart condition pass anything?
Well, when I think of stuff like that,
it blows my mind. And
I take people and think of different things in athletic where Inky Johnson played for Tennessee, and then he had what happened to him, and they already told him he's going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL, and then he never really got to play in the NFL because of a sting that he had when he was making a tackle on another guy, that took him out of being one of the top 10 picks, and all he does now is talk. So there are certain things that can alter that, but when you have a heart condition, right then you're taking on your own. If they say you're healthy, your doctor tells you you're healthy, that's your money. That's what you're going to stay with. You're still going to try to prove yourself.
Well, whether he wants to or not, I'm saying, should the NBA even allow it? Like I don't want DeMar Hamlin dying on my field.
No, I wouldn't either.
How does the insurance companies even allow that at all? And like I said, that's what I was asking from their perspective.
But you got to have a doctor sign off, and they doctors to sign off on that.
So Atlanta, the France is supposed to be the top 2 picks in the draft here. Here's a mock draft from NBADraft.net. Bronny's, it says, going to the second round to L.A. It's got Atlanta and Washington picking the French Stars, and then Houston with the first American Reed Shepard from Kentucky. Was he the best player on Kentucky this year, Terry? Why is he going at 3? 6'3". We got Rex Chapman going to the 3rd pick overall right here. Is this what this is?
I don't know.
6'3" point guard, shooting guard from Kentucky. Sounds like Rex Chapman to me.
Well, you know how Kentucky guys are always an elite for Calipari and all that. Like he's taught them the best thing they could ever know about basketball. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's how it goes.
Who led the American scoring this year? Do y'all know who was the best scorer in America? Because I remember last year was Brandon Miller, and they talked about that a lot. Like, who's the college? Who's the number one?
That's a good question.
Do you have you guys heard of these guys? So at 4 they got Stephen Castle from UConn. Number 5, Mattis Buzelis from the G League. I don't even see what country he's from. Donovan Klingon from UConn, 7'3" center for Charlotte. Why would we need?
Tom, pull up the leading scorers in college.
Why would we?
I guarantee it come from a school that's not a major school but a lower school.
Why would we need a 7'3" slow center, Terry? How's that helping for the 6th pick? How's that helping the Charlotte Hornets do anything? Is that that's what I've seen his name multiple times on. It's like what are we doing if we're not picked? And all around, what's this all around him? 6'7".
Where's Zach Edey?
Did he come out? He did, didn't he?
Zach Edey is the top scorer in college basketball with 25.
21st.
Tommy Bruner,
let's go over
Terrence
this.
Shannon Jr.
So you're telling me the Hornets should pick the 7'3" guy that wasn't the player of the year and wasn't the top scorer, and Zach Edey's standing there at 7'5", 300 pounds bigger, stronger, and was the player of the year, Terry. Explain that.
I cannot answer none of that.
Well,
and Zach Edey's a big monster underneath.
He's
Look what he did for Purdue.
300.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
Yao Ming. He's Yao Ming size, and we're talking about we're going to draft this dude from Terry. Do you know who Klingon is?
No.
Is he from Star Trek?
Yes. we're going to draft Lieutenant Worf.
I don't think it's Klingon is how you say it.
I know it's not. That's why I keep saying it, though, because nobody else knows who he is. But is he better than Zach Edey?
More athletic to move around.
Well, good for him.
Yeah. I mean, he's still 280. I mean, you know.
He weighed in at 7'2", 265.
Okay.
Here's his you want me to read his let's just do his weaknesses because I know this will make me laugh.
Too long.
And it's like 3 paragraphs long.
I'm telling you.
So he's more mobile, there you go, Terry, than your typical mammoth big man.
Yeah.
He isn't a true standout athlete with due to lack of explosive foot speed, leaping skills, and quickness. Oh, we're starting off well. Pick the player of the year. That's what I'm saying. If you've got 2 guys, Terry, and they're the same, and one scores 25 a game, and the other gets 7, pick the guy that gets 25, please. Please.
Well,
we're the Charlotte Hornets.
It's UConn. I mean, you know, UConn had a lot of people
It is
to help.
Purdue.
You know, yeah, but he had to do a lot for Purdue.
So I just don't understand. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Why would you not? I mean, that would create kind of a buzz in the city too to get Zach Edey, as opposed to some guy nobody's ever heard of. Yeah. You know,
Donovan Klingon. Let's look at the Klingon stats here. Stupid.
It's Klingon, those lists that go.
Good for him. He averaged 13 points a game. Sign him up, Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, but he had a lot of people around him.
Terry.
He won the national championship. Yeah. What'd he do? He ate Zach Edey alive.
Did they? Did they play each other, man?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go look it up. That'll be the research of the day. UConn versus
Purdue? He had some people to help him.
Purdue basketball.
Do you have a team or a man? That's the difference.
Did they play like 3 times this year? Zach Edey put 37 and 10 on his head.
But he's all they had. He had to shoot every time. There's a difference.
Tom, let's pick the guy who gave up 37 and 10.
You couldn't get Edey to come outside.
Oh, no. Klingon pitched in 11 and 5. We're going to pick the guy who got 11 and not the guy who got 37 in a head-to-head matchup.
Yeah, think of it.
Good job, Hornets. Please put Klingon so I can sit here next Saturday and roast. We're going to play Star Trek videos.
How can you
all friggin'
believe?
weekend.
How can we sit here and even believe Zach Edey would drop all the way to 21?
I don't think he is either. There's no way. Somebody's got to look at him and be
Somebody
like,
will get him.
7'5", 300
come on.
pounds. I agree.
I mean, Chuck Nevitt made the NBA.
He might need to be the number one overall pick.
Chuck Nevitt only scored like 4 points a game.
I mean, it's crazy.
Making millions of dollars.
I don't see how, like, if you were looking for a big man, how is Zach Edey not number one on your board?
Well, it should be.
Pick the guy
He
who
should
gave
be.
up 37 to him.
I mean, he's
just stupid.
I don't know.
Here's a pick. I didn't know Bob McAdoo was this small. He's not, but he is in today's standards. He's 6'9", 220. That's Darryl Dawkins, 6'11", 240. Look how thick Dawkins is.
in the Italian league.
Yeah, this is in their later years.
Yeah,
but
still had the short shorts.
But a lot of people, Terry, when they talk the all-time Carolina greats, I don't know why, but everybody forgets Bob McAdoo led the NBA in scoring and is the MVP.
That's true.
So you got to have him. Everybody argues, personally, I'd have Rasheed at center, but if you got Worthy out there, and I like, it's tough for if you got Vince Carter, you got James Worthy at your forwards. How are you going to put? You got Stackhouse coming off the bench, and Bob McAdoo.
Yeah,
Montross is about the 100th best Tar Heel of all time.
Yeah, but
he's right behind Kevin Salvadori. Nah, he's ahead of
Salvadori. State couldn't beat him.
State. Montross is a good college player.
Yeah,
7-footers that can play or win. All right, let's see. JP, how are we just going to finish up on the last few things and get out of here if I got any up, and then we'll take the break. Let's see. NFL, we did beer prices earlier in college. NFL beer prices, 16 ounce. The average beer price is $9.56.
$9.56. Well, $1 and something more. $1.20.
The Panthers are at $10.50, so they're above price. Cowboys are at $9.50, below the average.
About that.
The Browns, $8.13, baby. Cheap beers. The cheapest beer in the league. Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons, $6.25 for a 16-ounce beer in Atlanta.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Those $10, $11 things are just stupid. I think that's about it for the show. We did Kobe. There's the refs pushing. Here's videos of the refs cheating again when they pushed PJ Washington out of bounds and then blocked the shot. No foul here, Tom. Watch this. No foul. We're gonna shove him in the back.
Well, we're trying to help him.
Yeah, we're gonna shove him in the back. and then hand.
Oh, that's
head.
a good play. I don't know. That's clean. That looked clean to me.
That's what I'm
he
saying.
ended up in like the third row because they shoved him so hard in the back.
He had two guys blocking his shot.
Yeah. Kurt Warner, real quick, Terry. We've talked about this before. So I'm watching the UFL game here, and the coach is telling on the deep throw to underthrow it to give the wider receiver a chance to catch it, adjust, or maybe get a pass interference. But he just can't overthrow it. But then we'll have no chance. And this is Kurt Warner. He said, and this is my opinion too. It's that kind of coaching bothers me as a quarterback because when I think I can make the perfect throw, which is most of the time, I try to make the perfect throw, and sometimes we miss. But you don't go back and think, well, I'll probably miss the perfect throw next time, so I'll just throw it short safe just in case. And it blows my mind that old. And I think that's how you tell who the good quarterbacks are and the ones that are throwing it short. I understand the back shoulder throw on a line, but when you just throw the bomb short and hope for that, the Jake Del Home play, that's what he's saying. The Jake Del Home to Steve Smith is what he's saying.
But don't you think when you got Torrey Holt, you just throw it out there and let him go get it?
Correct.
No, but
I mean,
he didn't. No, Terry, I think you got mixed up on that. He's talking about he throw the Torrey Holt's open. He's going to throw him.
That's what
he's
I'm
saying.
He
Didn't.
give it to him.
He's saying you don't throw it short.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
And let them get pass interference. No, you throw it to him. You got Isaac Bruce and
I'm just going to throw it out there and say, buddy, go get it.
Yeah, the whole, and then he listed, and I lost it. I was trying to find it. All right, here it is. His top anticipatory throwers in the NFL. Tua, number 1. Purdy, number 2. And Burrow, number 3. With Stafford, Cousins, and Stroud will be rounding out his next couple of throwers. That's Kurt Warner's anticipatory throwers. You don't know what that means. Throwing guys open for you folks instead of throwing it when they're open. There's a video of Justin Fields right now in Pittsburgh throwing Antonio Brown, and
Brown's coming out of the breaks, Terry, and the ball's not getting there till like 7 steps after the break, and you're supposed to be like there on that third step. When that head turns, the ball's supposed to be there.
Should be coming.
And Brown's running some pretty good routes to be an old man, but I mean, he's got a cannon fields, but it's just not.
So Brown's
It's hard to
trying
teach that, I guess, to
Brown's
throw it
trying to
before
come
they're
back.
open. Do what?
Brown's trying to come back.
He's trying to. We'll see where that is. So, all right, guys. Any other news and notes before we get out of here from y'all two?
No,
No.
we're getting closer and closer to football season. I'm seeing all the 7-on-7s and things
Yep.
on Facebook, and I know that Burns has played in some, and Crest has played in some, and so it's getting closer, isn't it, Terry? It's
Yes, it
getting
is.
closer. West Lincoln playing some 7-on-7.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
They always say when the grass turns green, football's right next.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
All right, guys. We'll be back next week here on KDCBroadcasting.com.
If you are new to Medicare,